Whoosh.
Last time on the Poke Pioneers. Insert Wilhelm scream.
Last time.
Isn't that most
on
sessions?
Pokerole Z.
Pokerole Z. I hope you guys like my new picture for Steam. It is good.
Yes.
It is good.
It is cute.
That doesn't mean I've had the same icon for the past like 7 years.
I mean, that's cute.
It's been 7 years.
I know what picture that's from, and I know what that comic it's from. Yes, that is a good.
What
comic.
that picture is from? The picture's not from anything. It was a doodle. I can't preceded at all by like half a year. That's why it's blue.
Oh
my
actually,
gosh,
yeah, it is
Kyrio,
blue.
yours.
Kairos is still the cutest one.
Kyrio, yours is so adorable.
Where is he abducting small children? I don't know what he's doing actually. What is
He
Char?
is saving small children, is what it looks like.
Abducting small children. Alright, let's go.
And Charades is just kind of neat looking. It's a pretty good character. I don't know if that was drawn for you, but... Oh, by the way, for those that are aware, Tubby finally got a portrait squirrel thing, and it's really good. Like, got his own character picture.
Oh yeah, I should make that my thing.
Yeah. Maybe sometime you should.
Instead of Capper here.
Alright, so let's see here. Do we want to start with the DM starting off, or did, if I recall correctly, Ralph had something to say? Or you wanted to share it on
Yes, Ralph. Yeah, Ralph wanted to tell Tucker's share something with Tucker, and while they were still like in the spot.
Okay. So basically, they're in the milk spa.
Yeah. Alright, so me. So, Tucker, do you remember when Riley was acting all funny, like someone else was controlling him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was thinking, what if they could control us too?
I hope not.
So I think we need a secret password so that if we're ever not sure that it's us, we can say the secret password, and if they answer correctly, then we know it's not a ditto or some scary monster controlling us.
Oh, that's a good idea, but what kind of word?
So it's simple. One of us will ask the other, what do goldens swim in? And then the answer will be, not milk, because Ralph drank it all.
Well, that works, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Gotta let our leader know.
Okay.
Yeah. We better go back to Pango Jango.
We'll have to let our leader know he was away.
So, last time was a relatively easy session, I would say. You went on a side quest for Lilligant and helped her go through the Sunlit Ravine, and she was no help at all, combat-wise. She kept wandering off. She's also apparently very smitten with Brooke. And I will fully encourage this, even if Brooke doesn't like it. She also seems to like Riley, I believe it was, for some reason or another. I think because Riley helped her, or saved her from something or other. And you guys encountered a very angry Sunflora. Which, by the way, chat, is different from the very hungry Caterpie.
What Caterpie?
This was a terrible joke.
Oh.
I don't apologize.
Boo!
Hey, I'm the DM. I'm going to make terrible jokes all over. You better get
No.
I would boo,
Yeah,
but I'm eating a potato chip sandwich, so I can't boo.
That Caterpie thinks he's so hungry. Just wait till we get a load of me.
Right. Ralph put out hungry anything, though, so that's not fair. And then y'all came back to town, and I believe you used the voucher for the milk bath and/or spa session, essentially.
I thought we just got a free one.
Well, Brooke did a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but...
No, Brooke still has the spa coupon.
Oh!
I think you guys got a free one as part of your reward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I believe there was discussion that, you know, the spa is expensive and therefore should confer extra benefits, and it probably will. Be they temporary benefits or more useful ones, like restoring, say, emptied logic or instinct.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't remove my primal. Damn it.
No. It might help lower other people's primal, but yours is special.
Ah, why am I special? I know why I'm special, but why am I special?
I'm adding your thing, Riley.
You what?
I'm adding your character sheet.
What did you put? What are you putting on my character
There you
sheet?
go. There you go.
Oh, spot coupon. Hey, I still have candy. Sweet.
I just said it in a way that makes you panic, you know.
Oh, that's right. Riley didn't need his candy.
Riley hasn't eaten shit for 2 days.
Yeah, it's true.
What? Really?
No, he
Yeah.
was. Remember, he was skipping out meals over and over again.
Riley, you are very hungry at this point.
I've lowered my weight by 2 kilos.
Oh, by the way, I guess though Tucker is agreeative to your statement, Ralph, he also finds the password to be a little bit silly. But granted, it's silly enough nobody else will guess it, so he's okay with it.
Indeed. I actually pretty much directly lifted that idea from an early Naruto episode.
Oh god.
Of all things.
But
I know the one you're
works.
talking about.
Oh no! Really? Wow.
I watched Naruto.
I watched like 3 episodes at one point.
Anyway, so I believe last we left, y'all were relaxing, essentially. After a hard-won mission, I believe Brooke declined the offer to the milk bath
Yeah, he did it.
and went to go report to either Rise or Pangoro, one of the two.
I don't think Pangora's been reported. I think it was Rise, probably.
Right. Did I fix your rank points?
Hmm.
No, I don't believe we were awarded rank points.
No, you weren't. You need 5 more rank points.
Okay.
Yeah, boy, we champ. We champs.
Yay. Oh, wait. Does that put us at 25?
Yes,
Okay, let me fix the badge.
I fixed it.
Okay, never mind. Should we just get rid of this note card, or you know what? Hell, I know what I'll do with it.
No. We will keep the note because that tell me where you guys are if you end up doing activities around town. Which, speaking of around town,
In that case, I'll just edit it.
yeah, we won't need the points on that. So
Yeah, we don't need that there. Otherwise, that makes only one thing we have to edit that, and then when we get points. So, hey, 25 points though. I think what's that put us? How close is the next?
halfway to bronze.
Halfway to bronze. Should probably put some music on. It's kind of quiet right now. I just realized. Do.
I feel like
Oops, wrong one.
someone declined the bath. Maybe it was Brooke, maybe it was Riley.
Riley did not get in the milk. Absolutely did not.
Oh, okay, then maybe it was Riley who went and reported.
I didn't report anything. I just went to a regular spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ralph and Tucker were all about the milk bath, which
Ralph even more so, considering he drank it.
Yeah, he drank it after they were done.
Tucker was more just a little audited out by it, but like kind of curious because he's not really ever seen like luxury spa stuff before. He was like, how does this work, more or less? This was the reason he decided to do the milk bath. But it was pleasant.
Ralph
Made his fur all
Ralph
silky.
did it almost exclusively because he wanted to drink the milk afterwards.
For Tucker, it made his fur all silky. So.
In any case, after you guys are done relaxing and you report in for your mission, because that will not require a specific it was a side quest.
I just remembered Tucker's level's incorrect. Hopefully that gets fixed. Is it?
Is it?
Is it? What's wrong with it?
I thought it was Brooke that was incorrect.
Yeah, I thought it was Brooke who had either an extra level or not.
Well, Shadow tells me what's wrong. I'll fix it. Otherwise, I don't feel like it's wrong.
1, 2, 3, 6.
This is probably mentioned on my YouTube comments somewhere. I can't remember.
7, 8. 9.
Does the level number even really determine anything besides just a general show of overall strength?
Evolution?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No, not necessarily. Especially not in a PMD setting.
Good point.
Yeah. I can't remember what level you are, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You should probably
it's okay,
be
calm
higher than
British
5.
person. It's okay, randomly British Karserus.
Yes, I will be randomly British now. Okay, no, we're fine. Oh well, now I have a voice for the Zebstrika later.
Ooh, a zoom strike.
Yes, you can if you want, Kyrio. Because at this point, you're pretty much equal to everyone else, especially since you have something that grants you extra flinch.
I mean, I'll continue to try to raise my level accurately, but if it's a little off, I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as all the other as long as the stats are correct. Otherwise.
Yeah. The other thing is, when you reach level 99, it doesn't stop you from getting more points in like your skills and specialties if you haven't maxed those out already.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, I was actually that was one thing that was kind of at the back of my mind. Like, do you have to stop at level 100? Like
No.
So,
Your
okay,
level
so
just
question.
doesn't get higher. It's supposed to be a generic, sort of gauge for the storyteller to be able to figure out how to design an encounter.
Oh, okay, so question. I've been to like a couple of these streams, and you're always, see, is there a bit of character to these or not? Sorry if that came across the stream. No, we do in-character stuff.
No, there is in character. We just have stretches of out of character,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning. It's fine.
You can usually tell when Tucker's talking.
yeah, or Ralph. Yeah, sometimes Ralph will respond to the DM to make a witty comment, but you can tell when he's talking canonically.
I like to imagine that Brooke canonically is mute, but just has like a text box that appears over his head.
It's fine. This is completely fine. So, it's late afternoon. The sun is getting towards setting by the time you guys are done doing your respective relaxing reporting things. What would you like to do?
Ralph is going to converse with Brooke over his little password plan.
Unfortunately, you probably won't have time this late in the day. That sort of comes with going on a mission and going to the spa, unfortunately. There's only so much time to do everything.
You put Tucker's base stats originally into Puccina's original base stats, for deciding he should have more vitality and dexterity. So you swapped only that. None of the other base stats were upgraded until now.
What?
Tucker's stats are a little wonky for story purposes.
Oh. Yeah, remember I did an edit to the stats for story purposes, because fats.
Ah. Right.
So less decks basically happened.
Alrighty. So Ralph's gonna try to pull Brooke to this side for a moment.
Alright. Then for now, since that'll probably be done via text, what are Riley and Tucker doing?
Well, I'm gonna try with Rise again.
Has anybody reported Pangoro? I can't really remember.
Not yet, I don't.
A report was made last session. I know a report was made.
Oh, I don't remember.
Somebody went off to give a report. It may not have been specifically played out, but a report was made, which is why you guys got the benefits of the mission via rank point. Rise is still currently busy at his job.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go interrupt his job.
Oh dear. Alright, before we get to that, Tucker, what are you doing, you fluffy, adorable Pudgiana?
I'm trying to get Shadow to actually give me a straight answer, but otherwise, let's see, what are we doing? So where's everybody spread off to?
Ralph is pulling Brooke off to the side to talk to him. Like, I'm not sure where they are. Just probably around the guild somewhere.
Probably just out on the square or something.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Brooke's the one who went off to talk to.
There are plenty of places to pull aside in the guild. You could probably even go upstairs and use one of the empty guest rooms.
Excuse me. Yeah. Well, I imagine Tucker would probably stick, unless Ralph wants to very specifically talk to Brooke, but I mean, he's aware of the password already, so imagine Tucker would just stick with them. Like a puppy would.
Adorable. Riley, then. Rise is currently busy making dinner for, well, what few upper rank pioneers happen to be around, considering they get all 3 meals.
I'm just gonna go right up to the counter. Let's go. Okay, I made it back alive.
Well, that is some minor accomplishment. Though, so is everybody else here. And he sweeps his tail out past the bar, essentially gesturing towards all the other Pokemon that are currently sitting at tables, most of which are 2nd or even 3rd stage Pokemon. Barring Tropius, of course, because Tropius never seems to leave.
I don't care about them. Riley's gonna like slam hands on counter and just, please, tell me what you know. I can't go without it.
You're going to have to be a little more specific. Otherwise, and he puts his paws on the table as he leans over, ending up looming over you. And his smile, despite being his normal smile, just seems a little bit sinister considering the specific light of the afternoon in the bar. You might learn things that you didn't want to.
Riley's gonna just sink back a little and go, you know about the Lucario, I need to know about him too.
Well, if you need anything, it's best that you wait until I'm done with my work. And then he hops his upper half off the counter and goes back to work. After all, most discussions of a personal matter are not handled publicly.
Fine, I'll wait right here. I'm just gonna stand here now.
You are standing at the bar.
I'm gonna stand at the bar.
Does anybody remember what my fight survival contest was at the beginning of the game?
1-1-2, I think?
Okay, so I have 1.5.
Wait, no, you only start with 3, so I think it was 0-1-2.
0-1-2? Okay. So 2-point fight.
Yeah,
1 point
because you
brawl,
didn't
fight
want to
move,
do fight initially.
1 point special. So, sorry, I'm Shadow's slightly tricking my OCD off to the side. I'm just trying to quietly figure this out. Thank you. And I only bought Bite because Dark Pulse was great. All right. And 1 cube. Wait, what? No, cube comes with special. Does that count as a? Does that count towards level? Oh.
No.
No. Because yeah, all your social stats. Channel and intimidate. No, wait, I'm looking at perks. Oh no, the yellow cube comes from stats, and you did get a cube point, I believe. But I don't know if I awarded that or if you bought it. Either way, though, you should still get the levels for it.
I bought a second point of special, getting a second point of cube. Does cube give a level as well? As special?
No, it's only if you got the point in special, which you did.
Okay, so
because they're tied together.
All right, then I can do the math from here. I think. Where's that sheet?
Okay.
There it is. Okay. All right, let's see. Wait, this is just experience cost. I don't know how levels work with this.
So, because it's your second point in special, it would be 2 levels.
Well, here's what I need to add up, apparently, to get my correct level. 2 points of fight, 1 point of brawl, the bite move, and 1 point of special. That should determine my level, I believe.
So, the fight is 3 total. The brawl is 1, that's a total of 4. The point in special is worth 2, so that's 6. And bite is a singular level by itself, which is 7.
So it should be 7. Okay, thank you. Sorry. I didn't even care, but Shadow cared so much that I started getting OCD.
This is okay. It's all okay.
I have OCD. It gets triggered.
The level is just a generic gauge.
Okay, then that's accurate then.
Alright, Ralph's ready to go back downstairs then, and he shall also approach the counter and ring the bell or knock on it or however you're meant to get their attention.
Well, there is a Chimecho sitting on the bar.
Okay, I take the chime echo.
The Chimecho rings and goes like bang, 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 and just wobbles around when you set it down. What was that for?
Yo,
And Rise just
you
heads
the
over
bell.
and gives Ralph a look. You rang, O taskmaster of munchies?
Yes. Yes, I did. Can you give the taskmaster of or I got my needs.
Oh no. Kyrio got disconnected. No.
I suppose that was bound to happen with the construction.
He's dead.
Yeah, I guess,
Yo, I bet you can make a better pizza than your character.
Ooh, a Rise pizza.
You're a taco, I'm not picky. It's whatever you got.
Alright, so long as you don't regret those words.
Whatever you put in front of me, I would not.
Back to his kitchen. And suddenly, as he's cooking, there is a black smoke rising from the stove.
Oh.
Yo, boy.
Once again. He played the wrong song. Oh, wait, no, it's not playing correctly. That explains the issue. I was wondering why things were shuffling.
Black smoke. I wonder what he could possibly be planning on feeding Ralph. What
was Ralph's exact words on that one?
Well, he was wondering what a Rise pizza would be like, or a taco, or whatever he felt like making him.
Oh no. I see the issue now.
So, it doesn't smell noxious like burnt stuff, but the smoke is definitely concerning, and some of the other Pokemon are snickering at their tables.
Ralph is unfazed. He's ready to eat whatever the hell's about to be put in front of him.
Does anybody else wish to order food?
No.
Well, of course you don't. You've been starving yourself.
That is accurate.
Though,
gonna faint again, and the thing's gonna take control again.
though Tucker may be a little bit concerned about that oven catching on fire or something, he would not mind some food. Though he would probably remark,
I'd like something too, but probably not what Ralph is having.
Rise waits to respond until he saunters over and plonks down the pot using his tail, and then leaves Ralph a ladle. It's not a huge pot, it's just, big enough for a bowl of stuff. And it smells kinda cheesy, whatever it is, despite the black smoke billowing from the top of the pot. It's like, wise decision.
Yo, boy. Okay, yo, boy. Don't go.
So what can I get you, puppy? I'm afraid, however, I'm out of ingredients for, what did Ralph call them? Pizzas? Unfortunately, Blaze was a little wasteful this morning.
Don't. How much do I owe you?
For that? Nothing. This time.
Oh, you're the best.
I know I am.
I like what the commenter is saying. That's gonna be grimy food, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
That's an item in PMD.
nobody else has yet looked at the food. Ralph has just scarfed it down.
Well, it seems to work for him.
So how's it taste?
Like taffy, but the cheese flavor.
Yay, Kyrio's back.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
Welcome back, Kyrio.
Tucker seems a little indecisive about the question of what he wants, and he hesitantly asks,
What's today's special?
Let's see here.
does Tucker have money? I forgot. Oh. He may be broke.
Yes. Today. Well, I have something that's made with roasted tomatoes.
Tucker,
Let's see. Oh, that's right. Roasted tomatoes and spoincock.
What?
You heard me. Spoincock.
I don't know what. Okay, sure.
As in a leg of spoink meat.
Oh, hawk. Is that a word? I've never heard that word.
Yes.
Okay, the only other word that sounded like wasn't that word. So,
I'm not being outwardly lewd. I'm not that bad.
I mean, I know bulls are served that way sometimes, but Tucker sniffs his nose in interest at this suggestion, but then after a moment of thought, he pokes into his bag with a paw and realizes, oh no, he doesn't have actually any poke left, or whatever the current currency name is.
It's called Zenny this time.
Zenny? Oh no, we're playing Mega Man now.
So Tucker looks up bashfully and says,
Oh, that sounds pretty good, but I forgot. I spent everything on, this.
and then he shows off his little handkerchief or neckerchief.
Rise leans over and smiles sweetly and puts a paw on top of Tucker's head. Aw. Now don't you look adorable?
He wiggles bashfully. Ears drooping a little bit in a passive way.
Well, since I'm currently in a relatively positive mood, I could make you something small.
Oh, okay, anything will do.
The pup is
No.
not terribly picky. Shadow makes a point. They don't have legs.
Exactly. All the more confusing.
They have a very long, springy tail. I guess that would work.
I mean, when you only have limited supplies of meat, use everything.
True.
My god.
The Mega Man Battle Network. Oh, Hyper, you had to chime in.
Speaking of food, Rise actually glowers for once, this time in Riley's direction. Why do you look like you're half-starved?
Riley's just gonna look down.
I'm not having a pioneer starve on my watch.
Just gonna sort of just mutter, not hungry.
Oh, do you want me to hold him down while you feed him?
If that's what you're into.
I mean, that could be fun.
Oh, Burke didn't want food? But this is fine. Burke is free to go to his room. Burke may also find that there is a Squirtle hiding rather poorly underneath his pillow.
Under the pillow.
Yes. The Squirtle likes Brooke.
Beerus says to force feed the Ryolu.
In all seriousness, what do you want to eat, Well?
Wait,
He
me?
says- yes, he's addressing Riley.
Riley's just gonna shake his head and say nothing. As in, he's gonna actually say the word nothing and not be quiet.
The Liepard looks mildly put off, but he turns around to go make something small for Tucker instead. Suit yourself. Just remember, if you happen to faint on the battlefield, that's your own fault.
I do have to wonder though if Riley keeps this up, he might start seeing some, I don't know, debuffs.
He will be hungry and he'll stop recovering when he sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, starvation is going to get to him.
Oh boy.
Rice comes back with what is essentially a small platter with, well, mostly cut up peppers and what looks to be leftover strips and scraps of meat that have been piled together on the center. I'm afraid this is all I can spare at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't give you all veritable feasts like I did when you first arrived.
Tucker honestly doesn't even seem to notice that they're essentially table scraps. His eyes going wide, his nose stiffening about. Very, very thankful, clearly.
Oh, this will be just fine. Thank you.
He expresses with a yip. Whether he knows it or not, he is definitely having a doggy sort of, I don't mind if it was on the floor. I don't mind if it was on somebody else's leftover plates. I'll take it.
So, what do you call the yummy cheesy stuff that you just gave me? That way I know how to order it again later.
Oh, that? It's something I learned how to make from some of the locals here. They call it stick noodle.
Stick noodle.
Rise shrugs and tilts his head to the side. Not exactly most of our cups of tea, if you get my drift, but, well, locals like it.
Do you have cups of tea here too?
Not on me, unfortunately. My current supply has run out. I still have some Chesto coffee, though.
No, coffee's the best.
True, but I don't recommend it this late in the day for someone so inexperienced.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used to drink coffee all the time, but your memory's fuzzy.
Right. Human, was it? And he chuckles softly. And as
Yeah.
for you, Riley, I'll still be a while. I'm here until the bar closes tonight. Are you sure there's not anything else you would like to do but stand there?
Yo, we should do some awesome bar things, like the arm wrestle. Hey, he turns to the bar. Hey, who wants to arm wrestle?
Almost immediately, there's like 3 Pokemon that line up to this challenge, one of which is a Machop.
Of course.
There's a Machop, there is a Grappler, and then there's Tropius.
Tropius even technically arm wrestle?
Well, it's more like Tropius has just sort of craned his head over and is looking at things, and then Tropius's leaves rustle, and then the Cubone from, if you remember, several sessions back that was with Tropius, runs up along Tropius's neck length and drops down to get in line.
All right, let's arm wrestle the Machop.
What Machop? I think it was a Machoke, if I recall.
Nope, it was a Machop.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yep,
I thought it was
it
screwed.
was-
Okay, he might have actually stand a chance then. Who knows?
It's a Machop, a Graveler, and a Cubone.
Sweet.
I didn't intend for them to all be first generation, but those were the first things that came to my mind. I'm sorry. I am a terrible Gen 1er. All the apologies. Also, Brooke.
Yes.
When you say that, the little squirrely squirtle tail twitches and begins to wag a little bit. Because the Squirtle is happy you're back.
See, what we need to do is find a pair of dark glasses in our travels and give them to the Squirtle.
Kyrio
Oh my God.
already found them, look.
Wow.
Anyway, so I guess it's just going to be opposed strength checks then.
I was
Tucker-
thinking strength contest, but
Tucker will
Strength.
watch this contest occur.
We'll just do flat strength for now.
I
Having a very, oh, this is going to be good look on his face.
got my things.
Alright.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That was a lag.
Yeah, there's some real leg there. All right.
Wow, okay. How about you roll your strength and not fail?
Don't say that. He'll fail it.
Here we go, 3 6s.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you beat the Machop, which stuns the Machop,
It's never gonna live that one down.
and then it hangs its head in shame as it goes back to its team's table, and they're all sort of like jeering at him.
Yeah. I'm the strongest.
Yeah, their like whole team thing is they all seem to have medals around their necks as opposed to neckerchiefs, so their whole thing is probably like, I'm the best. Oh yeah.
If they're all fighting types, this makes sense a lot.
Oh goodness. All right, next is the Graveler. Also, Riley, as the Cubone shuffles up, it does that thing where it sticks its tongue out and like tugs at its face to pull down its eyelid. You know that face, right?
Oh, that face. What you making that face at me for? That's rude.
Yeah, that anime taunt face.
Pretty much. I don't even know if there's a specific name for that face.
Wait, has this Cubone interacted with Riley before? I don't remember.
Probably not.
So he's just a little
But-
snarky little runt, basically.
A bit. This is the same Cubone that was super shy earlier.
True.
Anyway, Grappler time.
Yeah.
I'm getting taunted by a child.
I mean, it's not necessarily a child. Alright,
Yeah.
alright, we'll do this. And then...
A lot of exertion there.
So, the Grappler just sort of holds one of its smaller arms up. And does the Grappler grin, underestimating the Munchlax? Or maybe overestimating the Munchlax? Because Ralph ends up straining and pulling at the arm and it doesn't budge. And then, whomp, as the Grappler wins.
Down.
Of course, there's no cheering for the Grappler because it was pretty obvious the Grappler was going to win.
It's a fucking rock. I mean,
It's a giant boulder. Brooke,
Yeah, I almost had you. It's okay, who's next?
for Brooke, the Squirtle flails and then retreats into its shell, which spins slightly because of the speed at which the Squirtle retreated.
That's adorable.
Poor mute Squirtle. It can't even squeak no in the most adorable manner.
Sad.
Brook and Mute Squirtle are pretty precious.
Yay, soundless buddies. Kind of. Anyway, the Keybone steps up and sets their bone aside and puts their arm on the table.
Kibbles have very small arms. It's good.
Well, so does Ralph, technically.
True.
Oh dear.
Okay, here we go.
Well then, unfortunately the Cubone rolled higher on the dice.
Hold up.
Double sixes. So, it's actually a pretty even contest.
I want to spin the wheel to beat the cube.
Ah. Alright, you're gonna add a success. So, for a while, it seems pretty even, and then the Cubone starts to gain a little, and then you put your all into it, and thunk. You beat the Cubone. And there are actually a couple cheers and a little bit of clapping from some of the other tables. At the very least, they seem entertained by the whole thing. Aww. I was so close to winning. The Cubone whines, grabbing their bone club and hopping off the bar stool that they had to sit on.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
Tucker gives a little
Flex
yip
a
of.
little bit.
Tucker gives a little yip of good jobitude. Good jobitude.
Yeah. Munchlax does a few flexes and slaps his big old Munchlax gut.
The Squirtle slowly extends its head out and nods, and then pops its head back in, and then hops its shell over to be closer to Brooke.
Aw. And Brooke saw none of it.
He can't see
Brooke's
anything,
playing
but then can see
peekaboo.
everything.
He's playing peekaboo.
Adorable. In any case,
Hey, Rise, did you see how strong I am?
I've seen, though I've
Yeah.
also seen much stronger.
Well, I'll just have to get even stronger.
I'm sure you will. After all, didn't you promise you were going to be an upstanding gentleman for me one day?
Yes, I gotta practice the whole, tact thing.
One day, little Munchlax. Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe when I'm a big Snorlax, oh, it's gonna be so cool.
So, if anybody wants to, they can make an insight roll to see if they see something.
Sure, I'll do insight.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let me just remember what that is again.
Oh. I clearly have other things in my mind.
How does
Yes, you
insight work again?
It's your senses, essentially perception.
Oh, all right. I have only one. I don't know why I couldn't find my insight score.
Riley currently is suffering from depression. He sees nothing.
I got it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say depression, 20 cc's.
What?
He's suffering from 20 cc's of depression. Ralph is too busy showboating. Tucker notices that when Ralph makes mention of being a Snorlax, Rise's expression just sort of kind of glazes over a bit. Not necessarily in a daydreaming kind of way, but the kind of way that's like, oh god, my house, my poor house. And then he goes back to working. As the night winds down, however, tables are cleared and Pokemon either leave to go to their own homes, or nocturnal missions if they have those, or go up to the shared rooms upstairs. Eventually, the lights are turned off in the lower floor, and Rise has to leave the bar because he has no excuses to stay. Is there any point between Ralph showboating and closing time that anybody's going to do anything and or leave?
Nope.
Tucker would probably step out when it's not inconvenient for Rise's need to clean up the bar or anything.
So you're gonna leave the club then?
Yeah, time for some sleep.
Alrighty. In which case, Rise is going to actually give you the house keys. Because he trusts you to actually, you know, not take them.
I mean, Ralph is plenty trustworthy.
He nips the key ring dutifully in his mouth and trots off of it.
It almost reminds you of a Klefki, except it's not alive.
Jingle, jingle. Oh, Kyrio.
The Squirtle is going to be watching with the widest, sparkliest eyes as it listens to your adventure story.
Can only imagine a little bit of prideful embellishment or something from him. not like Ralph does, but like, let's be honest here, Brooke can be a bit cocky.
Brooke is very confident. Brooke also has a shiny gold ingot.
Anything that worked out is Brooke's idea all along. Yeah,
Just like a true leader.
that's how you be a leader. You take responsibility for everything.
This includes taking credit for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So, I suppose Ralph is going to end up staying till closing.
Yeah, Ralph is going to stick around until close.
Clothing, right?
Stick around till clothing, socks, underpants, you know, all those things. Well, Tucker would
Around
probably
Rise's clothes.
Tucker would probably encourage Riley to go with him in his gentle
Okay.
sort of way.
Okay.
few tail bumps and such. Like, come along, you're tired. You need sleep.
Riley needs many things.
Yes, Riley needs food. Riley also needs sleep. Riley needs information that he may not get.
Yep, there's the big three things one needs to live.
Blue dog needs food badly.
Tucker might indeed start to push some food on him at some point.
Well, he has an oranberry. He has the candy.
He
He just
does.
hasn't eaten them.
Yes, he hasn't done anything on him.
In any case,
Who wrote has a
you two
cute
head to
bum
the
on his
house.
sheet?
What?
What?
Somebody wrote has a cute bum on Riley's sheet. I mean, this is not untrue, but
Who's looking at my butt?
Obviously an admirer.
Oh god.
believe it or not, it's not something I wrote.
Really? Okay. I wonder who's crushing on Riley now, because I haven't been paying attention. Well then. And it's obviously not Rise.
Wow.
I mean, not so far as you know.
Time to get a blender to make a slurry and pour it in Riley's mouth in his sleep.
No. Don't do that.
I mean, out of what? You don't have access to the well, you do have a berry.
Or a blender, for that matter.
You just use cut over and over, or
Oh, it's like a slap chop.
You can smush it into a berry paste pretty easily. You don't need a blender for that.
It's true.
or Ralph could chew it up and then feed him like a mama bird.
Please no. Disturbing and amusing as that might be.
Don't do that.
Anyway. Tucker and Riley make it to the house just fine, and thanks to Riley, it's much easier to get into the house than, you know, if it was just Tucker. So,
Yes, Tucker would have been fumbling with the door. Good thing he brought Riley along.
Someone with hands.
So he'd be just constantly smushing his snoot against the door trying to get the key in. Just headbutting it repeatedly.
boop, 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 boop. Yes, the door is unlocked with booping, of course.
Dogs have powerful boops, I mean.
Booper snoot.
Yes.
House is as you left it, or as you remember it. Nothing new, nothing interesting
Good, it's not on fire today.
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 Maybe tomorrow, not today.
Your usual places to rest are there. There's nothing interesting. And eventually Rise comes back with Ralph.
Yeah, okay, so on the way, so now that we're alone, so what can you tell me about the Conqueror? So I can, tell my children one day about this amazing story.
And you're asking this when?
Yeah, as we're walking back. Or maybe, like, right before we leave or something.
Well, Brooke is also, before I answer Ralph, by the way, Brooke is also in one of the shared rooms. So Brooke might have bunkmates in the room occasionally that are not teammates. So Brooke is also free if there are blah blah blah. Thank you words. I can do this.
He's dead.
You
He's
killed it with
dead,
your
Jim.
words.
All right, that was Steam. But Brooke is free to interact with whatever random pioneers are sleeping in the room if party members are not present.
Yes.
Draw mustaches on them when they're asleep.
He's not a Jigglypuff.
But we're...
Yeah. In any case, Rise doesn't particularly change his gait, but something about your question makes him waver a little bit. And why do you need to know about that person?
He seems pretty interesting.
I don't find anything interesting about someone who isn't here anymore.
So are you sure they're not here?
Rise looks over his shoulder, and for a moment the moonlight seems to catch in his eyes, almost like a pair of waning scythes. I am absolutely certain that the Conqueror is no longer here.
Okay. So, how about was your first mission? With you, Pango Django, and whoever.
First mission.
Yeah, what did you do?
Blundered. A lot. We all did. Not that some of us like to admit it. But I suppose I can own up to my own mistakes. Oh goodness, where were we? Somewhere on the sand continent, I think. What were we looking for? Some ridiculous gold and silver orb object. Didn't find it either. Hmm?
What?
Oh, there was no response, so...
Yeah. And was the third guy there? The one you don't want to talk about?
They were. They were around for a rather long time.
Yes, he...
It wasn't until we were, I believe it was silver rank that we finally came to the Plains continent and started changing things.
That's so cool. What was your team name?
I don't think we particularly had a team name. Well, it's been so long since we've actually been a team, then... that I've probably forgotten. I've forgotten a lot of things, but I remember a lot more. And it's not as though I'm losing out too much. Just little tidbits here and there. I'm sure Pangoro could tell you what our team name was. I'm much more focused on being the club chef, as it were.
Yes, you're the best club chef. Anyway, I think we're almost home.
Well, you certainly have flattery down. Rice sways and then, without even opening the door, slips underneath it using Shadow Sneak and appears inside, opening it up with his tail.
Showing off.
That's really cool.
It's a shame you're not a dark type. I could have taught you.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a 1 in like 200 or 300 chance that I could use Shadow Sneak.
Please don't use metronome in the household.
Yeah, I know.
Besides,
This
this
every
isn't
time
exactly
I
how
use
you're
it,
supposed to use it anyway.
yeah, every time I use it, I'm actually scared I'm gonna blow up.
Well, you haven't yet, which I suppose is a good thing for your, well, both your health and your luck, so... And he yawns wide and stretches out in the way that cats do. I believe it's about time for me to go to bed.
Ralph shakes a little bit watching him stretch. Yeah, me too.
Not sure about Riley, but by this time Tucker is probably already conked.
No, I'm awake. I'm waiting. Waiting for Rise.
Well, where are you waiting for Rise? Are you in the basement, the first floor? Or...
No, I'm just like in the middle of the... Just right in the first room, just in the middle of the room.
Rise blinks and actually looks at you. Eyes widening a little bit. I thought you'd gone to sleep already.
No. Just do what your dad says.
You know, I was randomly reminded there's actually something I should probably point out involving Tucker, because there was a question asked in the Pokerole PMD that I feel actually I should more or less bring up. Somebody asked during the last session, when Riley threw the bone to distract the rock breath, were you ever nervous that you would do something similar to what they did if it was thrown further? And Tucker had an interesting response, and the reason I'm bringing this up has a point. Tucker responded at the time,
Sort of, yeah. When Riley started talking all hyped up, I felt all weird and eager. Like I was excited and I couldn't not be excited. Even though I was trying to watch Lilligan and make sure nothing bad happened to her, I could not watch the bone for a while. Nothing bad happened really, but if she had gotten attacked while I was watching,
And then he was basically looking to this question. He was very disappointed and kind of repeating something Pangora had said a few sessions ago, kind of quoting the
too prone to losing myself.
So that's something that's kind of been on his mind over the last evening. He hasn't been really showing it, but it probably affected his. He conked out partially because of a little bit of emotional exhaustion from that, actually. Though he kept it quiet. Figured I'd bring it up though, since it was actually a good ask question.
Well, I suppose I can entertain a question or two before I go to sleep. And Rise saunters over with his usual sway and swagger over to his bed of cushions, sits down, and then pats beside him with one forepaw.
Okay, I will hesitantly sit next to him.
Alright. Go ahead and ask.
The guy's inside my head. How do you know him?
How indeed. I have no idea if I actually know whatever is inside your head. It's entirely possible that, sensitive to auras as you are, you encountered something residual.
He knows you.
Is that so?
Doesn't like you much.
Rise leans in closer, sort of curling a bit and curving his neck around so he's more face to face with Riley. I expect as much, if it's who I really think.
And who's that?
He frowns, expression shifting to a bit of a more serious one, a bit more dour. Not someone you want to associate with. Not someone you want to emulate. And you already emulate them rather a lot.
Don't think I have much of a choice with the first one.
There's always a choice, little Riolu. Sometimes we make the wrong one. And then he stops staring Riley in the face and settles back into a more comfortable, bedded position. Take it from someone who knows what wrong decisions are.
It doesn't help me.
There was no helping then. I doubt that anything I say will help you. Relax. At least you're not dying, right?
Yes?
Yet. I mean, you will be if you don't eat.
Riley's not going to answer that.
Rise
It's more of a statement than a question anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Rise wearily casts his gaze up at Ralph. Do you mind It is terribly uncouth to eavesdrop on another's conversation.
No, this is the best bedtime story I've ever heard. Continue.
Who knows, Riley? Maybe in the company of some actual friends, you'll wind up in a better spot. Now, if you don't mind, the both of you, I need to sleep.
You okay?
Or do the both of you intend to be fetching me coffee all morning?
Well, I was gonna say nothing else and go downstairs.
Ralph seriously considers, getting coffee for Riley's almost.
Good night, Riley.
Good night, Riley. Thank you for the bedtime story.
Good night, Ralph.
And down the stairs, thud, 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 thud.
Oh, look at that. He can be a good boy.
No.
Alright then. So here's the thing. You all are going to have roughly a week's worth of free time now. To do as you please in town.
Oh.
As in...
Oh, the toucan will be so happy.
God. I need to stop saying that like I'm too kidding. But essentially, you guys aren't going to be specifically called upon to do any side quests or missions or what have you. You can go looking for them, or you can help around town, but essentially, this is going to be a stretch of downtime for you guys that we can actually relatively concisely go over, and we don't need to play out every bit of it unless we really want.
Is this a clever parallel to the fact that I'm on hiatus for 2 weeks after this?
No, actually, I didn't think about that.
It's kind of a clever parallel to that. This is kind of interesting.
This is not the whole session. This is not meant to be the whole session. I want to start you guys on an actual thing after this. But you all are free to do tasks around town, earn pocket money, buy supplies if necessary.
Okay.
This also means that Riley is going to have to eat before the week is over.
Not with that attitude.
I have a...
start making...
So I apologize for interrupting the really serious talk between Riley and Ray's there. I honestly, my attention is being constantly pulled in different directions. I randomly had somebody show me a commission that was being done, and I was like, oh shit, I have to comment on this now. Like, goddamn. So I got a little distracted and interrupted at a bad time. Sorry about that. Also, good work, you two. That was actually some really good voice acting.
If there's one voice I can do, it's incredibly pained.
That's kind of sad.
Aww. Also, no, I am not allowing Riley to suicide by no food.
Besides, it takes 3 weeks before that happens. I have plenty of time.
Are you considering this based on human biology?
Yep.
You are a much smaller, much higher metabolism creature.
If I'm going down about one kilo a day, I have 18 more days before I put it away completely.
Aw.
Are you attempting to turn into a ghost?
No.
This is a ghost type.
Right. Anyway, what would you all like to do around town?
Ralph is going to report for duty to the post office.
Oh boy!
Hey, guess who's back? I got some free time. Your favorite delivery.
I don't want to see him. You hear shouting from the back of the post office. He's not here! Tell me he's not here! And there's like a bunch of picket
hell.
there's a bunch of pick-a-peck like flying around, frantic. And one of them
Waddles
eventually
activities.
lands in front of Ralph and is like, just take this letter bag. Return it when you're done. Please
You
deliver these
got it.
letters.
You can count on me. Don't, baby. Bye, Captain Toucan.
Ah! And then there's another explosion from a beak blast. Out the same hole in the door that was never repaired.
Well,
We need a perfectly cut screams gif of that.
I love that. I love that Twitter.
Alright, so Ralph is going to be doing letter delivery during the week, which will earn him some pocket money if he doesn't make Toucanon kill him first. It's a good thing Toucanon doesn't have hands, she can't throttle him.
Riley is going to train.
Train, you say? How are you going to go about training?
I'm gonna go find a relatively empty spot, and I'm gonna attempt to master Aura.
Aura, you say? Alright. Unfortunately, you lack several things that would make this much better. if you're-
What's that? Knowledge, experience, a general sense of what I'm doing, help,
No,
a guide.
I mean, you could use either special or insight.
Oh, I have
And then-
neither of those.
Special insight and then fight channel, but you don't have much in the way of channel. I mean, it also depends on how you want to go about doing it. If you're going to go about doing it using a move, then...
Force Palm, all the way Force Palm. Champion of the Force Palm.
Alright, you're going to focus on using Force Palm to figure out how Aura works.
Yes.
Which will be... Go ahead and give me a Vitality Survival first to see how long you're able to keep this up.
Vitality Survival what?
A Vitality Survival. To see
Oh,
how
I
long
thought you said Vitality Survival and something else, and I was like, what
No,
stat
no.
is that?
Just how long to see how long you're able to
Here
keep
come
up training
4
for.
ones. Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Alright, well, you're going to be able to do that for a decent amount of time. After that, I suppose... I still want to say... I guess Insight... Actually, better. Insight, Fight, and Instinct together.
Oh,
I found a solution.
here we go. Oh, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Alright. I will let you gain a singular experience point for training the entire week, since that will take you
Sweet, 1 XP.
I may award you extra depending on things.
Oh, thanks.
Well, 1 XP is
Wait,
1
what?
XP more than not having XP, say.
But
Yeah.
on what things, though? Me actually like, eating and sleeping during that time?
Well, he doesn't exactly have anyone instructing him, which means he would get more.
Yeah.
Okay. You can talk to the dude inside my head, but I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, you could. Do you want to?
Not really. Not gonna
Okay,
lie.
Cool. Other nice thing, the whole week there is no voice.
Oh, sweet.
Alright.
Maybe I'm free.
Maybe he can get his appetite back.
Brooke, what would you like to do for the week?
Brooke said
And I'm
some
going
things that are really funny already.
Oh,
Especially
sorry.
like Brooke will likely help out at the berry farm for a while, but he'll get antsy with nothing to do and get increasingly whiny about it.
Sorry about that.
So he might end up doing odd jobs around town, just let people get to know him.
All right, for the berry farm, if I can move things, I require from you dexterity survival. Yeah, dexterity survival, if you please, to be able to pick the berries. And since you're using water gun to help like the trees grow, because water type, you will automatically already count as having a success. So yay, 3 successes. Let's see what berries there are for them to pay you. Oh, here we go. You have a choice between, out of 3 berries, since you got 3 successes, a cherryberry, pechaberry, personberry, rostberry, oranberry, or one of them can be a citrus berry, if you so choose. And Tucker, what would Tucker like to do?
I don't have a clue. Most of those are for lol.
No.
I think it says all here in the berries list up here if you go up here, Kyrio.
Yeah, you can search them if you like.
You can search them,
Most
rip
of them are
out.
status recovery.
Yeah. There you go.
The reason I say only one of them can be a citrus berry is because those are really good.
Make a citrus. It'll save your life, Kyrio. Yes. That can be quite good.
But what would Tucker like to do during his week of downtime?
Well, okay, so Tucker's really bashful about discussing it with the main group, but the whole cuteness thing is something he enjoys. He enjoyed the, after all, he enjoyed the neckerchief that Brooke picked out for him. He's bashful about it, but he kind of acknowledges the fact that he likes being cute, and he acknowledges the fact that he thinks dogs are cute, and now he's a dog, and now he's cute. And also, it seems like a lot of people think he's cute, like Rays and such, so he would like to learn to capitalize that a little bit more during the week. And essentially what I mean by that is, he would either seek to understand being cute better, or seek to see if anybody would like to hire his cuteness in any way. Depending on what he can find, though he doesn't really have much of a rhyme or reason as to how to ask, so he'll probably just kind of check in with businesses and people and see if what he can find haphazardly, unless directed by somebody.
Alrighty then. Let me get those for... Oh, I'm probably going to need to be promoted so I can clone things.
Train his allure, essentially. I mean, the ultimate, like, yes goal would be, like, learning a cute move or something, but I don't think that's likely to happen just yet.
Yeah. I mean...
Perform, yes. Well, that's the thing, like, he doesn't have a perform stat yet, but that might eventually mix with cute if I get some stats into it.
Allure, perform, etiquette... All those would work.
Yeah, it kind of depends. I don't remember the intricacies of those 3 stats and how they're different. Allure is like charming and stuff. Like, that's sort of a more social skill, I suppose, where you're kind of trying to affect people's opinion of you. Etiquette is more or less how proper you can be, and, you know, if you can basically do a good showing to, like, impress somebody based on your general politeness and such, right? And performing is like if you're doing some sort of like street like entertainment act or any sort of like a street event or music or, you know, acting or anything like that, more or less. Yeah. Perform as being a bard, sure.
There you go. There are your 3 berries.
The berries. So what do you end up? He got a... Oh, so he did actually get a citrus berry. That's very good.
Yep.
Not a bad thing to have.
Mm-hmm. And as a general rule, they will the orchard will reward berries. Most other things will reward either some form of experience, potential side quests, and/or pocket money. Speaking of, I need to get Ralph 10 pocket money.
Brooks' bag is now full. There is storage. There is storage if you want to store items.
Yes, there is storage at the club if you would like to store an item and/or not have it on you, just to keep it safe.
Or you could distribute amongst party members. That's another option, of course.
True. Though I wouldn't recommend giving them to Riley until he feels like eating.
Oh, you know what? I think I know where Tucker would start his little slightly purposeful but also not really well-directed adventure to seek sort of a goal of what can cuteness do? How can I get cuteness to work for me? I guess he probably start at the spa because that seems like the most logical place for him to start by asking.
All right. So you go and ask at the spa. And unfortunately, they don't need any extra help at the moment. Since it's more of a luxury place, they don't need as many employees because they aren't as frequently used as, they could be. Because it's Savannah Town. Money is not huge around here. I mean, yes, there are the pioneers, and those are the main ones who use said services, but unfortunately they don't need someone adorable to advertise the spa's services.
Well, Tucker was only half going there for work. He'd probably go up to Miltank and ask about work, but upon hearing that, I assume Miltank would tell him that.
Yeah, she would let you know in a polite way that no, she doesn't need any extra help at the time, nor does she have any missions for an outstanding pioneer such as yourself.
That Tucker would actually open up to her a little because she's kind of a motherly sort, so he'd be willing to express.
Well, the reason I'm looking around, I have a week off. The whole team does, but everybody's doing different things, and I was trying to think what I should do. And, well, I like being cute. And I was wondering if there was somewhere I could train that, sort of.
Well, when Rise used to dress up and come around, he looked absolutely adorable. Oh, don't tell him I said that. He gets so mad. Not that he should be. Though I suppose one of the other good ways to learn how to be cute is to watch the masters at it. And she smiles in a very warm, caring manner. Why not look after some of the little ones at the club? They're masters at using their cuteness to get what they want.
Tucker's eyes go wide at the suggestion, and also the mention of Rise, wondering exactly, trying to get a mental image of that for a second. But he nods and like,
oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I should go take care of them again. Thank you.
Anytime, dearie.
Well, that would definitely be his destination, though now he knows he should probably ask Rise about it at some point, but yes, he'd go over to the nursery at that point and see if they indeed need more help.
They do, as always, and Pangoro is always happy to have someone take care of the child Pokemon.
Yes, it didn't directly occur to Tucker that the kids could teach him cuteness until it was explicitly stated to him.
I believe we discussed before that if you did a lot of babysitting, eventually you could add to your cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we discussed that.
Learn something from the children.
Yeah.
Because, of course, the children are going to know all the secrets of cute in order to get their way. It's just that Pangoro is immune. Pangoro is immune to all the cute things.
He's too much.
So that's why he doesn't like Ralph much.
The problem with Torrent is that it requires we use the pain penalization system, which is difficult for me to keep track of on top of everything else when it comes to combat. Pain penalization is if you're at something like 2/3 health, you take a -1 to all rolls. And when it's at half health, it's a -2, and when you're at 1 health, it's at -3.
Oh.
And it's a little weird. It makes sense in a realistic sense. So, what I've been trying to gauge is that, with Torrent... Oh, well, are you down HP? No, because Burke is actually usually not down HP when he gets to attack. Then, no. But I may forget about it, unfortunately, because the abilities I actually generally forget about unless you all remind me.
Yeah, I have that problem too. I'm half wondering, though, if we're not using the system that his ability is tied to, perhaps that means he should have some other ability? I don't know.
He is free to pick another appropriate ability if he wants.
Just a suggestion, I don't know. Torrent's, I mean, I don't know if his Torrent can still proc, then, I mean, I guess we can bring it up when it, how's it work? Low on HP, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I guess just determine when the HP is low and then have that be at an effect. Yeah, so if we just
that's
point
essentially what it's for.
Yeah.
Again, it's just unfortunate that the pain penalization system feels a little wonky. But,
I would say 20% or below would be low. I don't know.
I was gonna say if he was, like, at half rounded up, I would give him the extra die, and then any lower he would have 2 or 3, depending.
That seems fair.
Yes, actually. Your HP should be equal to your base HP plus your vitality. And since everybody started with base 3, those of you who have 2 vitality should have 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there's Pokemon like Onix that have 26 HP and are ludicrous.
Totodile's hidden ability? Which one's that?
No, you're fine.
Sheer Force? Okay.
Oh god.
I mean,
freaking
if you
sheer
want to swap it with
force.
Sheer Force, go ahead.
It wouldn't really bend well with your flinching thing, though.
What's Sheer Force? I don't know what it does.
It increases the power of moves that have a secondary effect, i.e. flinching. However, it removes the secondary effect.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Oh, I remember that. That's not a bad
One of the
ability.
players in
You
my
have to play it.
campaign has that.
That's a good point. That would... Well, here's the thing. The Razor Fang, I feel, is separate to that.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's unrelated because it's not it's not an effect within the move, basically.
No. I would say that the Razor Fang is an effect that procs when your move hits, as opposed to a secondary effect inherent to the move.
Yeah, it's separate from the move. It just activates with your moves.
Yeah.
But
Maybe that's incorrect, but that's how I feel like it.
so
Anyway,
Tucker's Tucker's daycare. He would participate and try to do a good job and attempt to watch
Tucker's
his
daycare.
puppies. Tucker's daycare. He'd attempt to watch his. You like that? He needs a sign. He's just.
I mean, when you get enough money, you can open your own building of whatever kind you feel like.
Don't give him
Wow.
ideas.
People would... The Pokemon of Savantown would love you for having an actual daycare, and Pangoro would probably be grateful.
I guess I would get it out of the guild operations, which is kind of separate from that sort of civil duty, technically. So it would kind of, interesting idea. But he would do the daycare just as well as before, probably trying his best to not devolve, since he's kind of slightly wary at this point of realizing that Pangoro does probably have people watching somehow. So he's a little self-conscious.
He's watching.
He's a little self-conscious, but he probably isn't that self-conscious because he legitimately enjoys hanging out with those kids. And I guess he'd be paying a little bit more attention, thanks to what Miltank said. He'd be paying a little more attention to how the kids act, especially if there's any others around, and see how they're trying to like sweet talk or manipulate the adults, as some of them are wont to do.
All right, I require depending on how you want to handle them, I will require 3 rolls from you.
Okay.
And it will need to be a social stat plus contest. One of which will be smart contests, so you're not being fooled by them.
So one roll has to be smart so are these all together, these rolls? Or should I do
Not
them-
all at once. It
Okay.
should be in sequence,
All right.
preferably.
Which order do you want them in?
Whichever order. The smart one you may also add your logic to, because logic is added to all smart rolls.
It's good because I'm not very smart. I don't have any contests.
But you're
so-
adorable.
Oh wait, no, I do have contest. What am I saying? I have contest. I was thinking it was performed.
Wait, does that mean Tucker's blonde?
Uh-oh. No. No, he's gray! Technically. A cute gray.
I mean, the power of darkness,
Not
yay!
that. Alright, let's see. Logic, smart, and contest. I'll do that one first, since that's a...
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the other 2 you said I could pick from...
You can pick from any of the
Oh.
other social stats plus contest.
Oh.
Oh dear. Alright, let's do the other 2 before I determine how your week went, and then we'll determine how Ralph's week went.
Okay. So, the other 2 I could pick... Well, obviously one's gonna be... What's the combination again? Stat of my choice plus perform contest?
Plus contest.
Plus contest? Okay.
Yeah.
Cute contest, definitely.
Alright.
Okay, it's a little bit better. And then I guess since he is working with the daycare, and I do remember he used his howl to be cool and get them to listen, so definitely one of them would probably be cool contests then. Please don't suck, roll. Roll, what did I tell you? That's rather mediocre.
Well, the hell worked last time, so it kind of worked this time. But, you know, you weren't as really cool about it before. It also doesn't help that they also know you now.
Do the howl.
I mean, yep.
Like, do the
I was asked, I did it.
As for the smart contest,
Did not work out very well. I'm not very smart.
no. They managed to finagle extra snacks out of you
Oh,
this
no!
time around.
Sad.
Yep.
Yay.
Some of
That's
them managed to
good,
trick you
kids.
into giving them snacks twice, essentially.
I have to wonder how they tricked Tucker into doing this.
Hey, I haven't had mine yet.
Well, I
Jay
mean,
Tucker, look over there.
Oh no! What if some? Well, I'm sure they're all very aware that I got a little too into the whole tug of war last time. They could use that against me. That may have been how they got extra snacks. Perhaps I just wasn't watching the
Probably.
shelf.
and the cute one works really well.
Is it? It works pretty well.
Yes. Essentially, you act like an adorable puppy, and of course, the children are going to play with you. Because who doesn't want to play with an adorable puppy?
This does seem to be Tucker's.
The only
best skill.
downside to this is the Larvitar wants to, like, squeeze you in a hug.
Oh, he's dead. That's it. It's over.
I mean, worst case scenario, you squeak like a squeaky toy, and that makes them want to hug you more.
Yeah, he's dead.
Squeaky yep.
Oh no. Poor Tucker. They cuddle you much. But this also means that for, say, story time and such, you are able to put on a nice little story time for them.
Maybe I will also share adventures. For story time.
So do you want the extra XP that comes with this, or do you want me to do a background tick on something else?
Ooh. Well, that sounds more random and interesting, the background tick idea.
Alright, I will have to jot down a note of a background tick.
As long as that doesn't mean a blood-sucking parasite, I don't notice it is sucking my blood. I don't see it.
Please no.
Background tick.
Oh god. Please no.
That would be unfortunate.
The only tick in Pokemon is gel tick, and they're not actually a tick, so.
Well, they are pretty much tick-sized, to be
They're
honest.
spiders, though.
Brooke, while you're out doing odd jobs, you do get to visit with Tucker. Do you want to regale the children with a story? Or show off at all while you're there? Maybe save the poor puppy from being squeezed half to death?
Help. Gel ticks are pretty great. I like them. They're cute.
Diltics are adorable. Cool. Actually, appropriately, give me a cool contest and I'll allow you to put in Intimidate in there while you're telling your story or doing whatever you're doing. Actually, you have a new move. You have Ice Fang. You could show that off too,
Ooh.
if you wanted. Also, 3 successes. Woo.
Quite literally a cool move, so. Also, yeah, Tucker would be pretty happy to see Brooke visiting. Like, I'll tell Wiggly probably about it.
Brooke, the children think you are the coolest thing since sliced bread.
Is sliced bread considered a cool thing?
Oh yeah, you make sandwiches and toast.
Yes, that's actually fairly accurate. You're as cool as the F word that can't be said in front of the kids. They know there are bad words that aren't supposed to be said, so words that aren't allowed to be said in front of them they think are cool.
Tucker's not edgy enough to share swear words with the kids. No, nor would he do so.
Tucker, the dark type, is not edgy enough.
He's not.
He's gotta evolve into a mighty animal.
Do you think that'll make him more edgy? I don't think so.
Nah, you're the cool uncle.
The bad.
Tucker is the fun one. Or at least the easy to trick one. At least today.
Those things come well, fun, easy to trick. Those are technically the same thing for these kids, probably.
As another note, Ralph, you also get to visit Tucker at some point.
Yo, I probably have a letter for you.
No, it's not a letter. You are bringing supplies from the orchard all the way over there, which also puts you briefly in touch with Brooke earlier in the week.
I think Toucan's really warming up to me.
Off in the distance, there is a angry opera woman screaming.
Meh.
To be fair, Beak Blast does require a lot of heat energy, so yeah, she's warming up to you.
Yes, she is. That's the case.
That response is amazing.
I think optimism is a very good trait to have. Well, Tucker does have that.
So I'm delivering to Tucker.
You are delivering to the nursery, yes.
Yes. Oh, you're back here. I guess these little munchkins really like you.
Yeah, they're pretty great, actually.
Mr. Tucker is a lot of fun. A Magby jumps up and hangs off of one of Ralph's arms.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Tucker.
Are you cool, Mr. Ralph?
Yes, I'm the coolest.
You
Well,
are?
Yes,
You don't
I
feel
beat.
very cool.
I-
You seem like you're warm like me. And
Yeah,
and the Magby puffs a couple embers.
That's cool. Yeah,
Really?
I beat a fighting type in an arm wrestling.
And suddenly all the children are crowded around Ralph to listen to this story.
Tucker does look a little snarky, though, and mentions,
and lost to a rock type.
Yeah, he cheated. Anyway,
The Larvitar looks super proud when they hear that.
so he embellishes a lot, but he tells the story of how the Machop's arms were as big around his tree trunk And he strained with all his might, but he could not fudge the mighty.
Oh god. Ralph tells folk tales. Oh dear. Oh, these poor children.
Yeah, he's definitely the bad influence, Uncle.
Complete with how Rise pranced around him and gave him a kiss on for his hard-fought victory.
Yeah, I don't think Brooke embellishes that much. That's nothing. I saw Rise kissing my daddy the other day. Says the, blah, blah, blah. Quick, random roll. Somebody give me a Pokemon.
What?
Number 3.
What?
Blastoise. Pokemon number 3.
A P2, a Didende.
Sure, a Pichu. Wait, what? An Entei? What?
Didende, not Inte.
Oh.
It's a fucking baby Inte.
Sounds adorable.
It sounds really cute, yeah.
236. Which one is 236?
That is number 3. Oh, that's number 236, but it's Tyrogue.
Oh, that works actually. That works pretty good.
Alright. Actually, I think maybe I did say there was a Tyrogue in there the other time. Anyway, yes. Ende, haha. So yes, it is a Tyrogue saying this. So there's entirely the potential that it was maybe the Machop? Question mark? Or a Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan.
Yeah. Or top. Though I don't think it would be a Hitmon top because I'm pretty sure Rise is the tops.
Oh my god.
It'd have to be a Hitmon bottom.
Actually, no. Rise is not the top, if I recall. From some previous dialogue.
Okay, we're being a little explicit here in front of the children. Anyway, that outburst over with. Brooke, you're wandering around doing odd jobs. We'll also see you eventually catch a glimpse of Riley while he's training.
Still not eating.
Yes, he's starting to look incredibly famished. Like, dangerously thin sort of famished.
He legitimately might need to be forced to eat at some point.
It's fine.
It's fine, he'll just eat his own feet.
I eat those. Yeah, I'm fine. Tired. I'm alright, I have one. What?
And passing by both of you, just sort of hopping the barrier fence for no reason whatsoever, is a spinnerack that has this big sack just sort of tied to its abdomen or thorax, whatever it's called, as it just starts scuttling towards the market.
Oh, that's a big
new
spider.
shop.
The bag is bigger than the spider.
It's impressive.
Spooder. A cute
Spooder.
spooder.
Spiders aren't cute.
I'm not gonna blow anything up. What do you mean again? Don't think I've ever blown anything up.
Well, I mean, you did kick poor Dark Chocolate Kangaskhan between the legs.
Didn't blow anything up, did I?
Actually, no, it was a headbutt, wasn't it?
It was, I think.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Not to
Ralph's gonna
mention-
share with the kids his nickname for Pangoro.
Oh no.
He says he loves to be called Pango Jango.
Oh no.
Okay, he's definitely gonna be murdered at some point
Oh.
by
I have made a
Pangoro.
terrible error letting Ralph into the nursery.
It was at this moment Tucker was less concerned about the fact that he let the kids have extra snacks, because clearly Ralph has done something far worse to the kids than he has.
Well, at least Tucker's not getting in trouble for the snacks.
Well, the far worst thing I did wasn't to the kids, was to Pangoro. All the kids are gonna call him Pango Jango.
I mean, extra snacks for the kids isn't terrible for them. It just means they're probably going to be hyperactive for a little while. And technically, I mean, Tucker technically isn't really against them having extra snacks. It's just against the rules, so he would follow the rules. But if the rules got broken, oh no. But oh well. Tucker thinks food is nice.
Food is nice, especially when it's made by somebody who's nice.
And once he realized the kids already had extra rations, maybe he snuck a snack for himself. But at that point, what's the matter?
Shh, it's not like Rise didn't prepare you food.
But more food.
Now you're starting to sound like Ralph.
Yeah, he brings up a good argument, but more food.
It's a good argument. So airtight. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't make me do an insight roll of some sort.
Oh? For what?
Well, he was going to pay attention to how the kids behaved and see if he could pick up any traits or such. Though maybe that didn't require a roll.
Oh
No,
god.
No, you're observing them, like, the entire week. You don't
Yeah.
need a roll for that.
Ah. Yeah, that's true. A whole week with him. As there any days off? I guess every single day, isn't it? It's not like they have holidays or something.
I think I need a drink now. Thanks, Carl. I'll be right back.
With a little practice, I could have the evil cackle going.
You know, technically, as team leader, if Brooke elected that Riley needs to eat to keep his strength up and to stay a reliable team member, he could technically kind of force the issue.
Yeah. And Ralph could pin him down and you guys could fill him up.
I wasn't sure if I meant physically force, but be more like, look, it's for the team's reliability. You have to eat, so eat something, basically.
As the team leader, I hereby demand you eat.
Oh, that was what you were going into anyways. Okay, then.
Driving me to drink.
Drink what?
I got this mango and guava juice.
Ooh, nice. Let me have some.
I will have 100% drank it all by the time you're here.
Let me have some
I've gone
more.
through nearly an entire jug in 3 days.
Wow, you must really like it.
It's really good.
Really good.
Nearly choked on it.
Really good, especially when I choke on it.
Let me tell you about the time Pingo Jango sent us to the Claydar ruins.
Ooh, story time with Ralph is spooky.
So he goes over that. He talks about how he flew. I used the mighty random power of Metrodome. And the gods of luck smiled on me as I flew and hit the button.
Yay, praise Arceus.
This Arceus is really cool.
Alright, so your week of downtime comes to a close. I need to grant.
Wishes? Are you a genie? No, I don't.
There's an extra 10 for Ralph for completing delivery. And a 10 muns to Brooke for doing odd jobs, and another extra experience for Riley because you didn't pass out.
Hooray!
Didn't pass out from
Didn't-
self-inflicted situation. Good work.
Yep. Oh, managed to train the entire time, and actually stopping to talk to Brooke for a little bit may have helped.
Yeah, it's talking to Brooke and no one else.
That sounds odd. But yeah, during the last essential day of the week of downtime, the Salandit actually comes in, and he's got like a whole archaeologist getup now, including the belt you guys gave him before, and he looks exhausted and is being dragged in by a Shinx and a Purloin.
God, you look so cool now, Chair.
Thank you.
You like,
I don't want to go out right now.
you're like, oh, what was his name? Indian Joe?
That's actually racist, I think.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't remember his name, but you
Don't
look
worry,
like
Sally
him,
Boy,
don't
we'll
you
get
worry.
all fixed up. Rise knows how to fix up people who are super tired. Isn't that right?
Yeah, Rice is the best.
I wasn't talking to you, fatty. The Purloin just waves dismissively, dragging the Salandit to the bar, and the Shinx sighs.
Ralph slaps his
Oh, no.
belly. Oh, I'm glad you noticed.
Wait. Are these the cats I think they are? Or is this just a coincidence?
Do, 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 do,
Song. Think songs.
Yes, they are who you think they are.
Do I need to play that? Or is this a long scene?
You can play it if you want. It's not particularly long.
Okay.
Can I hug the Salandit?
The Salandit will appreciate these hugs and will hug you back. Also, they will smell and feel of dirt.
Need a bath.
I know. So much dust. So many ruins. So many acid traps.
You have.
Oh,
I like-
that sounds
I like the
good.
hat.
Oh, thanks. They just sort of gave it to me? I don't think it does anything. It doesn't do anything. It wasn't that many acid traps. It was only like 5. Too many acid traps. Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. I mean, there was like 6 bronzors and this whole contingent of Baltoys that kept running after us, saying that we were intruding where we weren't supposed to go, which was super awesome. And that meant we were going these places we were supposed to go because we were supposed to explore the ruins and all that. And the Purloin just keeps going on and on excitedly, probably embellishing their accomplishments a little bit. Oh, hello, Jaws. The Salandit waves tiredly. I'm okay. I think being a guide is tiring. No, just being a guide for us is tiring. Shinx mutters. Rise
You
just sort
keep
of
doing your thing, Chair.
Wait, hold
being
on.
a chair?
Actually, what is this name that Ralph has for him? I don't remember this.
Because
Yeah.
Ralph sat on him.
Yeah,
Oh.
so Ralph has been calling him Chair ever since.
Oh.
Yep.
Also, Stringboards, if you guys were confused why I changed songs and what I was going on about, this Purloin, this Shinx, and where's the third one? I don't know where they are. Oh, well. I think there was supposed to be a third one. I don't remember. The characters that I discussed with Karserus so, a little while ago. Oh,
The main villains killed him.
Anyways, I have a theme song, so I put it on. I'm impressed they actually get to explore the Claydol Cairn. I thought they were... I didn't know they were as official as teams go, but I guess it does make sense. They could probably wile their way into anything. Oh yeah, I guess if the rest of you want to play their theme song, it's under events, Purloin's Passel. That's the song.
Oh, anyway, go on and hit us up. The Purloin grins, patting at the bar counter. Rice sighs, looks over the counter, looks down at the Purloin, looks over at the Shanks. Well, at least you're not coming back performing too much mischief. And then there's this stein, this glass stein that he plonks down on the bar that looks like it has this swirling reddish juice that smells sort of sweet.
Holy that alcohol.
This'll put some vim and vigor in your step. Here you go, Sally. And the Purloin literally forces the poor Salandit to start chugging this drink, and the Salandit is flailing.
This jazzy music is bringing to mind Aristocats.
There's actually a picture that inspired this group. I'll see if I can find it and put it on the table.
That would be nice. It would also give me a chance to figure out who one of their other team members is.
Yes, because there's a bit of a choice. Oh, that's okay.
He's dead, Jim.
Okay, I don't actually know where it is. Why are there so many... Okay, I went on DVR, looked up Purloin. There's a ton of Purloins underwater for some reason. I don't... Why?
That's strange.
They're not dry or anything, they're just underwater. Okay, sorry.
Then the Salandit starts gasping and writhing on the floor a bit. It's like...
That stuff looks good, guys.
Give him CPR.
Wow, it almost killed him. I want one.
Sure, if you really want to attempt CPR on the Salandit.
Okay. Who do I roll to give CPR?
Smart, logic, survival.
Oh no, I'm stupid.
The realization sets in. No.
Oh no.
What'd you roll? I
So,
can't look.
essentially, what ends up happening is you're trying to use some of your aura training that you figured out and doing like mini force palms on the Salandit's chest. It's like, no, live, and he's like, yeah, not dying. Oh, it was a Litten. That's right.
Yeah, I think that's what we decided. Shinx a Litten.
Right.
Why is that? That's purple.
What?
Because purple is the team color.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yes, there's this purple Litten that comes up and just smooshes a paw on Riley's face and it's like, what are you doing? You're killing the guy.
Saving his life.
Not
CPR.
really?
It's CPR.
Haven't you ever seen somebody take berry juice for the first time?
What? He says to the really malnourished looking Riolu.
Yeah. The Litten just sits on their haunches and smiles. Purloin's mom makes great berry juice.
I like the gummy berry juice.
I don't know if you're even old or mature enough for that. Rise swishes his tail.
Give me some juice.
"10 apples." He just stares nonplussed at the entire situation unfolding.
Okay, dokie. 10 rupees for you.
Is this after the week's over, by the way?
This is at the end of the week.
Did I make any money for the daycare, or was it all free work? It's okay if it is.
It's generally assumed to be volunteer work.
Volunteer work. That's cool.
It does get you in good races with the club in general. And it also does work on the background tick thing.
Yes, which I don't know how that's going to work, but I'll find out later, I suppose.
I'm going to use it to try and keep track of either you gaining a point in something in particular, which goes for anybody if I'm going to track background ticking.
Fair. I think I
Or
thought I had a
you can-
background tick before on something else, too.
Yes,
Of course, it's in the background, so I
I
would
should
know.
make note of that, which means you would be up to 3 now. So
Okay.
you're relatively close, I think.
Oh, alright, cool.
Can I get some berry juice?
Tucker will analyze the situation somewhat
The
quietly.
Purloin bounds over and looks you up and down. I don't know. I think it'd knock you flat. Mom says you should probably eat something before you have berry juice.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
Rise rolls his eyes. It's not as if it stopped the Riola before.
It's okay, bottom joke.
I just want something.
You could eat something. Rise insists, sort of hopping on top of the counter in just... It gives you a full view of his sinuous form, and he sort of sweeps his forepaw out towards the bar, just the bar and kitchen in general, giving Riley an expectant look. Quite literally anything you want that's within my power. Also, Ralph...
So do I gotta like roll my body or something to see how well I take whatever this is?
Give me vitality survival or tough survival, I guess.
Tough survival, huh?
Tucker's just been quietly observing these new characters.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no.
So, Ralph, it goes down and it's kind of like fire for a minute, but it's really tasty all the same.
I heard a Y in the background. You're mad.
That's my mate. He's playing Hearthstone. Why is he Ying?
Why?
He probably just lost.
Ralph forces himself to drink it because it's taste. Ah, God, it hurts. No. Yeah, it's awful. I love it.
Anyway, yeah, Ralph, you're conked out now.
I'm not dragging him somewhere.
Tucker just kind of looks at the situation, rolling his eyes, knowing that Ralph's stomach is probably iron enough that's not going to hurt him, and asks a simple question because he's kind of not getting something here. Directed at the Purloin, he asks,
Wait, who's your mom and why does he know Ralph? She know Ralph?
It's the two cannon.
I mean, you all know my mom already. The Purloin shrugs. You figure it out. And they have this sort of sneaky, sly smile about them as they snicker. Come on, guys. Let's go before they try to blame us on killing their friend.
Tucker does that dog thing with tilting the head cutely, except for he's also doing it with squinty eyes at the cats because he's got an innate, like, what is up with these cats? He's a dog after all, I mean. Squinty eye cockhead.
The doggo is suspicious of the kitties. Yes, this is appropriate. So, did Riley actually order any food?
Not yet.
Rice is still on the counter.
Stepping around Ralph, Tucker drops the other issue for now, pondering about it in the back of his head, and gives a nudge to Riley's back, like,
You really should eat something.
Okay.
I'm tired of hearing your belly grumble.
It hasn't done that.
It's been doing that a lot.
No, it hasn't.
He denies after his stomach grumbles.
Like, that's Ralph snoring.
Riley will just take anything, I suppose.
I'll put that over there for now.
So, Rise is just going to discreetly take money off of Ralph. He's just going to lower his tail slowly and just take out a small portion of coins and slides them back behind the counter before he hops off the counter to go get back to work.
There you go.
He's paying for your drink.
Okay.
And stop being so dour.
What?
Sad, somber, depressing.
Houndar?
This is supposed to be a happy atmosphere. A place where we relax. Where we enjoy ourselves.
Ralph
Rise.
is very relaxed in enjoying himself.
Rise chides at Riley.
Oh, after what happened not too long ago, I don't think I have a reason to not be depressed.
You say that. But have you actually done that much bad since then?
No. Guess.
You guess. Rise just sort of smiles sweetly, like he usually does. And yes, the Salandit is still around. The Salandit's just sort of laying on the floor, kind of next to Ralph because he's still exhausted, despite the invigorating kiss of berry juice.
Wait, the Slider
Gummy
didn't
bears.
get knocked out by it, did he? Slider holds it better than Ralph does, apparently.
But Riley gets served up this plate that's piled up with the equivalent of a baked potato, cut up peppers, a slab of meat of some description. It seems to be slightly stripy on the side, and it is drizzled with gravy.
We're eating the Zeb Striker.
Oh.
Rise actually comes around the end of the counter and presents this to Riley personally. Is like, you're going to eat this, and if you don't, I'm going to be very unhappy.
Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna eat it.
Tucker side watches to make sure he does too.
How
And
long
when you're
is
done,
Ralph
I will get you a
knocked
cup
out?
of juice.
I'm just gonna eat it slowly, like picking at it.
As long as forward progress is made.
Professor eating the pea.
Oh goodness, chat.
Oh.
Shadow Rise is not a girl. We have established this.
I like how some people wanted Tucker to chase the cats.
Alright. It is... Oh god, the squinty eyes.
Did you see the thing I posted?
Squint.
Squint
No.
pics.
Wait, what? Where?
In the group chat.
Oh no. hold on.
That's great.
Goodness. So you eat your meal, and then Rise presents you with a half-sized cup of berry juice. This version is a little less strong. Hopefully it can help you sleep. I don't need to hear your pacing for the umpteenth time.
Okay. I will.
If there's
I will
going to be any
s-
noises at night in my house, it's either going to be Noibat or me.
Oh god.
Going to both of you.
Riley will sip at it.
Give me... Give me vitality or tough and survival.
Vitality or okay, that's still 4 dice regardless. Yeah, and here come all the zeros.
I'm not entirely sure why. Well, I guess I get why tough is under strength and beauty is under vitality, but okay, you're fine. This stuff does not blow you away, but it actually has a kick to it.
Oh.
You are what people would call buzzed.
Fantastic. This is what Riley needs to get absolutely plastered.
Or,
Nah.
in colloquial terms, you are combead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Ralph is currently absolutely plastered and pretty good.
Well, Riley needs to be absolutely plastered. That's the thing. He's the one who has PTSD, depression, malnutrition, and a whole bunch of other shit going on.
Well, the malnutrition's being fixed, at least.
Yes, the malnutrition has been fixed. Unfortunately, in this situation, Riley is the monk. He can't get drunk.
Ah,
Oh
rhymes.
no.
I really like the Ralph flirted with his mom. The Pearline's mom is Rise. Side face. Wait, never mind. Wait, Rise is a girl. I love the confusion. I love the confusion there.
What is Rise?
What is Rise? But a miserable pile of secrets. I don't know.
Only Riley knows the secrets.
Also, I do want to point out that Brooke asked the $1 million question. What do you guys? Where do you guys get meat for the kitchen, anyways?
Oh, that. Also, yes, alcohol is a depressant.
True.
Yeah, but he's gonna be even worse tomorrow morning. He's not gonna leave bed.
You might not have a choice.
I'm gonna have to drag him out of bed. He's not gonna move willingly.
A dragon out of your bed? How did
No.
a dragon type get in your bed?
Don't ask.
Is that a dragon type in your bed, or are you just glad to see me?
Boo.
Dang it. Rise just smiles and tilts his head, shrugging. Wherever we can. Usually more enterprising pioneers will bring it in, but occasionally some of the more mercantile types will bring some. Ooh, it's always wonderful when we can get salted meats, but those are almost always imports.
Yeah. Yo, man, how long has it been?
Since you ate the last of the bacon?
Did I do that?
Roughly 8 days ago, if my memory on stock is correct.
Have I been out for 8 days? Oh, dang, that stuff was killer.
No. You haven't been out for 8 days. I'm saying that you had bacon from the club about 8 days ago.
So, can I have some more?
No, we're currently out.
Oh, that sucks.
If you wish to go procure more bacon, I'm certain you could find somebody willing to, say, enlist the services of certain pioneers in order to go get us some.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see how today goes. So that's a pretty important mission. Pingo Jingo might have something better.
Fair. Though, as I've heard, Pangoro has recently received some urgent requests. You may find yourselves at his beck and call tomorrow. So I recommend you all rest while you can.
Oh yeah, I gotta learn that move. And we're the best for emergencies. When it's urgent, we team cheers the best.
Tucker seems happy for the use of the word again.
1, 2, 3, team cheer.
Yay, team cheer!
Team cheer, now let's have a beer.
No, I don't want a beer.
Now that I remember, hearing you all cheer your team name, it reminds me.
Yes.
One of you asked a question before. What my old team name was?
Yes, what was your name?
Well, it wasn't originally this, but when we moved to the Queen's continent, we undertook the name Team Pioneer. Rather on the nose, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Now, was that before or after he who we do not speak of?
During. He
During.
chuckles a bit and quirks an eyebrow. You're rather insistent about that, aren't you?
What? No.
Well, since you'll probably be away for a little bit after tomorrow, if you have any requests of me, make them now.
Can I have a goodbye kiss?
No.
I love the flat nonchalant no.
Tucker doesn't need to ask for anything else. He was very happy with the food scraps he received earlier. That plate has already been licked clean.
Well,
You forced
that was
Riley
like-
to eat, so that's a plus.
Yes, he
well, the
made.
food scraps was like a week ago. You haven't had your daily
that's
meal
true.
from club today. Also,
Time
I thought you were
lapses.
gonna ask Rise- Yes, time lapses.
Time lapse
I
equals
thought you were
brain
gonna
lapses.
I thought you were going to ask Rise about the whole cute thing.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense. Well, I mean, it's in a group. It's in the group. He probably, maybe sort of, quietly mentioned it to the side. He's kind of embarrassed with the main group hearing about it all, but Tucker would mention how he went over to see Miltank at the start of the week and how he was mentioned about a few things by Miltank because he wanted to know how to be cuter. And he very quietly would say, and she said you might know something about that?
I don't know if many would call me cute while I'm working.
Yeah, I would.
There are several Pokemon that just sort of like snort and start laughing when he says that. Hey! And Rise glares at them. I will have you all know I am suave. The quartermaster is standing off to the side, coughing into his hand, just sort of exhaling fire without even meaning to. Ingrates. Anyway, you seem a little on edge. We can speak on this a little later if you like.
Tucker gives a somewhat relieved tail waggle and a little bit of a nod at that suggestion.
Well, you know where to find me. And I do get off a bit earlier tonight. If the quartermaster can learn to cook properly.
Well, if all his other dishes get as good as his pizza, he'll be there in no time.
See, at least someone likes my cooking still.
Oh, I can't wait to see what kind of mission Pingo Jingo has for us.
Ah. And as for where we came from, Brooke, we came from all over. I believe Pangoro was from the Grasslands continent. I know I originally came from the Sand continent, same as our third member.
Sandy.
Though I believe I was originally born on the water continent.
Is there lots of sandy gas on the sand continent? And sand trees?
Well, I suppose.
Does everything know sand attack? Do you know sand attack?
Do you want to know if I know sand attack?
No, I feel like you'll use it on me.
I know sand attack, he says, wanting to be included.
Oh, and I'm sure you're very good at it, puppy. And Rise just barely hovers a paw over Ralph's head as if he's going to pat him, and then moves it back. And then he uses his tail to pat Tucker on the head lightly.
I don't like you when you do that.
Finally calls it out. Tucker, the vehicle of Ralph's frustrations. by no fault of Tucker's.
It's because you're bipedal, isn't it?
I used to be bipedal. I have nothing against bipedal Pokemon.
Tucker's eyes go just a little wide at that statement.
And just the quartermaster starts giggling to himself. Oh, hush you. Go be salty at someone who didn't bring in their equipment in pristine condition.
Yo, good thing I never done that.
Right. I'm just waiting for you to leave the bar so I can start cooking.
You can cook with me, Mikey.
Very well. Rise steps out from behind the bar with a sigh. It's all yours. It had better be clean when I come back in the morning. You said years ago. And Rise's fur prickles and he glowers at the Charizard.
Yo, I think he likes you.
I know he likes me. Rise huffs and holds his head high, leaving the clubhouse, and swiping his tail in a beckoning motion to mostly Tucker, but if the rest of you want to go along, you're free to.
Tucker does obediently trot along.
Suppose so.
Okay. Let's go get some... do whatever we gotta do to get prepared.
Flirted, that is all right.
In any case, is anyone following Rise, or are other people doing anything for the rest of the afternoon?
I'll follow Rise, I suppose.
Is the Grappler there where I can maybe get a rematch?
The Graveler is indeed there. The Graveler also looks like he is 3 cups into berry juice right now.
Oh, I should be able to beat him then.
Oh wait, what about the Salandit? And is Ralph awake now? That's good. I didn't
Yes,
even...
Ralph is awake now. The Salandit is up now and leaning on Brooke. It's like, thank you.
Hey, we're gonna go with the
Aw.
arm wrestling rematch against the Grab. Limber up.
The Salandit is going to very happily follow Brooke to the shared room and just collapse beside Brooke.
Aw. Tucker did give an affectionate tail pat to the little lizard before leaving.
Aww. Everybody loves the pet.
Good pet.
Well, I kind of want to go with him now.
You can.
I mean, you're free to.
I think I'm gonna go with Brooke and Pet. Oh.
Okay.
Aw. Okay. Your pet is passed out. Apparently the Squirtle snuck in and gave the pet a pillow.
I will pass out next to Pet.
Anywho.
Whose parents are this
That's,
squirrel? He really hangs out often.
Yeah. The rematch, the
All right.
thing.
Let's roll. Apparently not.
Alright. Here you go.
A better attempt.
This time it's actually a relatively decent match, but even as smashed as a rock type can be, pun unintended.
I guess I was gonna say.
Unfortunately, your strength in the end proves to not be a match for the Grappler.
Darn.
That'll
Well-
be fine, Kyrio.
Well, I guess I'll just stay here. I gotta get used to this anyway. I mean, I don't think Rise will let me stay there forever.
You get to shack up with that fine hem. And across the table from the Grappler is a superior that gives the Grappler a look. Sorry, I am buzzed. What I mean is, you're lucky to be able to room with Rise.
Yeah,
He's a respectable pioneer.
he's the greatest. Oh, and when he moves and he does the tail thing.
I know. Ahem. I mean, the Grappler gestures to the bar, not exactly realizing that Rise is gone, and the superior looks entirely unamused. The Grappler then gestures with all four arms, and the superior shakes their head.
Oh, he went home.
What?
The Charizard's cooking now.
Aww. Darn it.
Oh, let me tell you about this dream I had with Rise.
Oh god.
You and everyone else.
In my dream, he was wearing a maid outfit, and he was feeding me all the best sweets and desserts. It was great.
In my dream, there wasn't an outfit, and we were doing things that weren't eating. And the superior is glaring daggers at the Grappler, like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
So, what could be better than eating?
Look at the chat, guys.
I imagine the cat's going nuts.
Ralph will always love you, but why?
The Grappler stares at Ralph, raises one stony hand with a finger, and does that whole thing where he has his jaw slack for a minute and then shuts his mouth and bends his finger like, Things.
Yeah, I mean, I
Not
guess.
that Rise would do things with me. I'm too heavy.
Oh, maybe that's... Oh, I didn't think of being too heavy.
I think I would destroy the floor in his house, which is why I've never been invited. Yeah, that's why I've never been invited. That's
You guys
not
have a... Wrong things. You guys have a cool team. Are you two a team?
kind of.
That's cool. Well,
Because
yeah,
sometimes pioneers happen to be in short supply, as it were. Official teams are a bit more uncommon here. We band together during a mission for, well, that mission, and then we go our separate ways. It's just how it is. It's not as though we're not going to see each other again.
That's cool. Anywho, now I'm gonna go up to the rooms up there. And so he goes up to the rooms and he turns in for the night. Probably the same room that has Chair and Riley in it.
Have a good
Yeah.
night. I know my friend won't be. That's not fair.
That's great. I made the Grappler. I made the Grappler be lewd in front of the superior.
You did mix up your puns there, though. I mean, you did say, yeah, you could say in the Grappler Smash makes sense. Grappler's buzz? No, I'm sorry, Beedrills get buzzed. Maybe a Vessel
Dang
could.
it.
Terrible.
Okay. Alright, so Tucker's the only one who follows Rise home tonight.
That is convenient for conversation.
Yes, it is. So Rise will take you aside in his home.
Oh, Max! Sorry. The chat. Conkeldur's just get playing hammered.
Oh my god.
That's a good one. Like that one. Nice work.
Oh dear lord. These puns.
We have unleashed a Pandora's box.
I don't like this box.
Most people
God.
don't like Pandora's boxes. Alright, so.
So Rise takes you aside in his home and, well, this time instead of sitting on his cushiony bed, because he's not exactly tired yet, he will sit at the table instead. And motion you closer with his tail.
And Tucker sits next to him by the table. And is actually a little bit happy to be kind of alone with Rise for once. And well, breaks for the group are nice, even though there was a week break. He was still seeing them a fair bit, so he likes Rise. And he's probably not going to say out loud, but but he will say,
So, I spent this week trying to be, well, cuter. That's why I spent time at the daycare. That's what Miss Miltank said I should do. Because it seems like a lot of people think I'm cute, and then I got this neckerchief, and it's cute, and I kind of like being cute. So, Miss Miltank said you were cute too. Or can be.
Oh. Really?
Something about cute outfits?
Ooh. Usually she doesn't talk about that. She must like you. Or at least think I won't be mad at you. And she's right. Mostly because, well... He smiles warmly and leans in and bumps noses with Tucker briefly. You are cute. Well, I suppose there's no need to hide it. Give me just a moment and I'll go downstairs. You're free to follow.
he nods somewhat reverently, ears perking up as he does indeed trot daintily along behind.
Yeah, Kyrio, you can go. We didn't actually reach the point I wanted to reach and start, but we can just do that now.
That's fine. Or we could just, depending on what Kyrio feels, we could also just get to that point and then tell him what was remaining.
Well,
Depends
you
on what
guys
you
could
want
also
to
get to that point in out of session and play too.
True. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Downstairs is the nook that Riley has squeezed through before. Which, unfortunately, Tucker wouldn't really know too much about it, but it's in a darker corner. And yes, Kyrio, we've noticed. But Brooke is still awesome and we love him.
Yes. Hands
And we
off
love
leader.
his
Hands off credit taking leader. I broke things.
And he slides his tail underneath the, the crack in the wall. And after a few moments of rummaging around, and he's tilting his head back and forth, having his tongue stuck out in that sort of concentrating, thinking sort of expression. And then there's a click, and the wall slides off to the side. and a little lamp turns on. And it reveals his storage space, including his wardrobe, as well as boxes. This isn't something I technically do for, well, anyone. But I have my tastes. Some of which do not agree with everybody, of course. Rise, the leopard saunters over to the wardrobe and pulls it open with ease, revealing an assortment of garments in all sorts of patterns and styles, some of which are clearly actually powerful, and others which are probably just outfits. I have amassed something of a collection. And I suppose Miltank is right in that I prefer cuter styled things.
I love the chat right now. Be pure, Tucker. Be pure. Technically, Tucker is rather innocent in all this, so yes. Tucker would just look at the lines of outfits, not really having noticed the little nook before, and just be kind of wowed at the sheer number of things in this.
Wow, there's so much here.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, yes.
Though you'll probably eventually accrue so many garments yourself one day. And that kind of happens when you go adventuring a lot. Or you may end up commissioning them, like I have.
I wouldn't mind owning a few more things too, yeah.
Well, there's a seamstress that lies in the Moonglade. It's an Ariados. Now, mind you, she can be a little fickle, but every garment she makes is entirely worth the time and effort.
Oh. Is it hard to meet her?
It can be difficult to get there, particularly at your current level of strength. So I wouldn't recommend attempting a trip as you are now. But if you continue going on at your current pace, maybe you'll see her soon. We were supposed to receive a shipment of garments from her recently. I wonder if her little merchant came by.
Oh, that's why.
The little spooter.
The little swooter. Swooter. Sure. That's very cute.
Of course, she only sends basic garments our way. Anything more extensive has to be custom ordered.
Oh. What do you think I should get?
Rise paces around Tucker, observing him rather closely for a few moments, making 2.5 circles or so before he slides back over to the wardrobe and pulls out what look like, well, gloves without ends to them?
Tucker cocks his head a little bit, not having really seen something like that before.
These in particular seem to have a black and blue color to them with 4 pointed yellow star patterns on them. I remember these. These are a custom order I got from the seamstress. Useful, actually. Though I didn't get to wear them in the field very much. My teammates made me feel a little self-conscious in them, if you know what I mean.
Kind of, yeah.
He's a bit bashful about mentioning a lot of this to his teammates, so he quite understands.
These are a slightly more unconventional garment, as opposed to your neckerchief, but, well, it's helpful if you want to be swift. And for a moment, Rise's form blurs, almost like a liquid shadow, and another moment later, he's in a pair of stockings.
Of course he is.
Yep.
Cute. Probably a good thing Ralph didn't come to like watch. Ralph be like,
I am glad Ralph is not around right now.
Is it one pair or two pairs of stockings? Actually, what does a pair of stockings count? For a quadruped, what does a pair count as?
For a quadruped, I would say a pair is actually 4 of them.
That's what I would say too.
Yes. I actually got these commissions soon after I evolved. So there was measurements that had to be made. Though as such, they fit me perfectly even now.
Ralph would be breathing even harder at the prospect.
Shut up, Ralph! It's my scene. Shut up. Let's just take it over the scene. He's not even here.
I'm sorry, it's just fun to think about.
Ralph is not allowed to dream of this.
Tucker would not even realize he was quite a bit blushing, kind of wrapping his head around this odd new garment he's never seen before.
Oh, they're like socks, but they're nicer than socks.
The seamstress referred to them as stockings, though I suppose they're a form of sock.
Oh, I'd like some too. They're very nice on you.
Well, thank you. He smiles sweetly, curling his tail around to stroke along Tucker's ears.
Ah,
Maybe if you're a good boy, I'll lend you a pair of mine.
oh, I can be a good boy. He wags.
I know you could, Tucker. Still, most of my garments are less aesthetic and more function. So it's not as though I can simply give them away, especially to an inexperienced pioneer. It would be irresponsible.
He lowers his head with a little nod, quite understanding that he is quite inexperienced.
That's something that some pioneers don't think about, and they give their lessers garments to borrow. But in the end, it causes the new pioneers to learn less than they should. And as such, they are less prepared later when they no longer have the garments on them, but believe themselves to be up to task. This is why you should guard your garments carefully. Maybe not as excessively as I do, but if someone were to take your garments, it could leave you in a tough spot.
He nods, carefully thinking about that advice, and thinking about how he was willing to blow a lot of money on Salandit's outfit before being told he shouldn't.
Yeah, I guess I should be more mindful of that.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to ask of me? Since we seem to have the house alone until Neuback comes home, I'm utterly free to talk.
Well,
He's just kind of bashful, not really sure what to talk about, and again, he is a bit smitten by Rise, even though he doesn't quite understand that emotion either.
Adorable.
He concludes by saying,
well, not really sure, but it's nice hanging out with you a little bit alone.
Well, I'm glad that you do like hanging out with me. Though I'm afraid you're not the first person to say you enjoyed hanging out with me alone.
his eyes look a bit quizzical, not quite sure what was meant by that, or rather what he meant by his own words, even. Not sure if he said something wrong, basically.
It's nothing. Perhaps I'll tell you at another time. Though for now, if you feel like trying out something in my wardrobe, I suppose since you've been nice enough to listen to me so far, I could let you demo 1 or 2 garments.
Oh, yes, please. I'd love that. Oh, no.
Insert montage Pokemon fashion show.
Like in half of direct to TV Disney movies have these. Like a montage of putting on clothes for an event.
Oh god, you're right. I'll say that Rise will sit down for a while and talk with Tucker and, help him sort things out a little bit, give him advice, let him demo some garments before putting everything away. Sparkly stockings included.
Stockings as sparkly as Tucker's eyes as he looks at all the outfits.
I feel like Tucker's daycare is going to have a closet that is full of play clothes just for children to try out.
Oh no, that'd be adorable. Him before Tucker v. Ralph, Rival of the Year. That was also a very cute scene. Tucker Puppy Fashion Show, go. My god, that's an adorable combination of words.
Oh my goodness.
Puppy Fashion Show is just, that sounds like something that should actually happen. To like do a fundraiser in real life. Puppy Fashion Show.
Great. I nominate Tucker for the Puppy Bowl.
Also, what is this about Rise tainting Tucker? Rise isn't a terrible person.
I think it's fairly obvious at this point, everyone, that Rise knows how to behave with each individual person he interacts with. So, if anybody has an artfulness to conversation discretion, it would probably be him.
I mean, why else do you think Rise is... I want to say domineering over Ralph. Actually, Zeus, that would be an amazing plot twist. I don't know how that would work, but okay.
We can leave it up to the viewer's imagination just what Tucker demoed on.
At least until somebody makes art.
I mean, I encourage it.
And yes, in the middle of the night, Ralph clutches his chest in agony and wakes up and is like, does anybody else feel this pain? Meanwhile, anybody with any sense would think that Ralph is probably having a heart attack of some kind.
I'm not giving him CPR.
Well, he is fat, I don't...
The Salandit flops over on top of Ralph and goes, sleep.
Okay. You can use me as a chair this time. Or a bed.
Sleep.
Am I comfy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Salandit is like sprawled out across the three of you,
Oh,
essentially.
fantastic. This is fine.
Like, the Salandit's head is on Riley, is draped across Ralph, and like the tail is flopped over on Brooke.
I'm okay with this. I will pet my pet.
Your pet is pleased and asleep.
Should probably do this then. Down. Here. Yeah,
Dear chat.
Chat, get your mind out of the gutter. Even if there are any questionable outfits in there, Tucker wouldn't know what they were anyways.
This is true. Also, I don't think Rise has any actual questionable outfit.
They seem to be more accent outfits.
How do Pokemon even have questionable outfits? They're naked already.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, this is fair.
Well, you do know that general rule of if you clothe something scantily, it can look more naked than if it was naked, so... Something I've learned with certain pictures.
I guess?
Including Pokemon pictures.
I'm just implying that there is nothing questionable about the clothes that Rise has.
Excellent. Everyday cute clothes. Cute, alluring, sexy, whatever clothes that are perfectly acceptable in every environment. Excellent. I'm gonna guess that if Rise did have something questionable, he probably would be showing Tucker those things.
I think that for now, we are done with the session.
Yeah, that seems good. Though I was kind of
Alright.
curious. I'm guessing whatever you plan on having next happen, that you're gonna stop because Kyrio's not here. I'm gonna guess it was a bit involved, considering that.
Yes, it was going to be the start of an actual story pertinent mission.
That's okay. It could be our next. It could be the start of our next chapter. So to speak.
Yes, we can dive right into the action like some people really enjoy.
All right. So it's very important I point out at this time that this will be the last Pokerole for a little bit. Not permanently or anything. Don't worry. But basically, what I mean by that is that June 12th's Pokerole, basically 2 weeks, it will not occur. So basically, the next Pokerole will be on.
Why is that one not occurring again?
Well, when are we supposed to get in to our place?
The 9th or 10th?
If you don't mind helping me set up my computer, we could do Pokerole on the 12th.
The largest concern would just be running an Ethernet wire from the router.
I have one.
Do you have a long one?
It's very long.
Fantastic. And all we'll need is tape, and then I can get that done in an hour.
I think it's 50 foot. Is that good enough?
Fucking hell, I could do my permanent back again in 50 foot.
This is going from the corner of my room all the way to the other side of my room, out my door, down half a hallway, into another room, along the long way of the wall of Zombie's bedroom, to eventually the other side of the room where the router is. So it's a long enough wire, I would think. It's going to be packed with a computer. I just,
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a
that'll
good
be
wire.
easy.
I never use wireless anymore. It's not reliable. I hate wireless. So. Even at all.
I also have a very good wireless card.
Everybody gets 2 XP because 2 XP every session.
Okay, well,
Sweet.
if Eragon, so for those unaware, I'm moving very soon. Eragon's coming to pick me up with his mom, and we are going to go back to his new place. That is our place, technically. But
That's mine, technically not on the leash yet.
Yeah, it will be our place eventually.
Mine.
It's
my
yours for
place.
now. But we'll be in by the 9th, you said?
What 10th?
9th, 10th. So we can do Pokerole. I might be a little bit chill on that session, depending on how exhausted I am at that point. But yeah, I can get things set up by the 12th. Yeah, we'll get it figured out on the. I just want to chill on the 9th and 10th. We'll set up on the 11th, and then we'll play on the 12th. Sound good?
And
Okay.
super.
So yeah, I guess that's when my hiatus will end as well. So okay. Well, I guess 2 weeks from now we will have another Pokerole then. But yeah, my hiatus will be happening officially now. If I find a little bit of free time before I have to pack my computer, I might do a bonus stream. But outside of that, this is the last stream until I move. So I hope you guys can live without streams for 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, not even exactly 2 weeks, but how many days exactly would it be? Let's see, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday. So yeah, 2 weeks of streams basically will not happen, but then we'll be back. So okay, but well, that was a good session. Thank you very much, Car. Thank you everybody for joining.
Thank you all for playing, and thank you entire chat for being around and living through that.
Yeah.
Even if it made some of you uncomfortable. Though I don't think it did.
I don't think so. We were all having fun. We were all just, I just absolutely, it was great with Ralph would not shut up in the chat. It was like, Ralph, shut up. That was great. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, wow.
Lower Riley's weight again because he didn't eat for like a 9-day stretch and ate 1 potato.
You may
That's
as well.
not good for you.
I mean, Ralph is upping his weight over time. I'm half wondering if Tucker should gain weight.
When was Ralph the chat telling Ralph to shut up? Was it when he was pressing for information?
Grappler and Superior situation, where Grappler kept wanting to talk about things, and Ralph was encouraging it.
Oh.
Yeah, the stream was,
Yes.
let's see, where were they going? Let's see if I can find it. Where was it? Did it get cut off at this point? I don't know. Ralph, oh, here we go. Ralph, no, caps lock. No, Ralph, please. Ralph, why? For the love of Arceus, please, no. We will always love you, but why? Stop, Ralph, no. Hyper, eating at Ray's. And I was like, no! Yes, Hyper that. Stop, Ralph. Ralph, no. Ellipses, no, Ralph. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
That's great.
It just kept going. Hyper was obviously the worst, but you know.
This is okay.
It's okay, this is, I mean... This Twitch is labeled adult, it's fine.
It's fine.
We can make
it's fine.
we can make whatever
also-
jokes we want.
I also made it so that the superior would stop the Grappler if he was going to go too far.
Checks and balances.
Yep. So is the board saved?
No, actually, thank you for reminding me.
Yes, please save the board, because then I want to flip it.
Does
Actually, no.
point expenditures. So I guess beating a Pokemon in arm wrestling doesn't count the same as beating them in battle.
Oh wait, hold on, before I save, did you say I got experience or something? Or did somebody get experience?
Yes, everybody got 2 experience for the session. I already did Kyrios.
Okay.
And you know what? You know what?
What?
I will give
Chicken
you
butt?
2 experience, Ralph, for beating those Pokemon.
I got 2 XP for training an entire week. He gets 2 XP for arm wrestling. Fuck, I just need to go around and arm people.
I haven't gotten any experience because being cute doesn't give you experience so well.
No. But if you'll notice, in your text box, I gave you ticks
Oh,
on
ticks.
the babysitting thing.
Okay. Alright.
3 ticks into babysitting.
I wonder
He'll
what
get the
I wonder what that will
babysitting
end up.
skill.
Oh, what's that? Sorry, Eragon.
He'll get the babysitting skill.
I'm just kind of wondering. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what that'll actually end up doing. We'll see, I guess.
All right.
Let's see, 9.
Alright.
Unfortunately, I cannot justify giving Riley more experience at this time.
Why not?
There's only so much you can do training by yourself.
I could give me a strength point.
I mean, you
Well-
also haven't eaten. You only now just ate after not eating for way too long. That kind of hurts stat growth, I would say.
Just a little bit. Also, giving you a strength point right now would be ludicrous.
What do you mean? It's only 20 XP.
1 week of training does not equal 20 XP.
Egg move.
Why not?
Especially training on your own without any form of instruction and malnourished.
Okay, now.
Yeah, it took me like 3 sessions to get my extra strength points. I was saving up for mine for quite a while.
Keep in mind that I'm a mod. Yes, this is why you think you can get away with this stuff. It's fine. No, I don't mind. I don't really mind. You skirt the
Put
line,
all
but
my
you don't
recent
go
stat
over it.
points into not dying. I think I'd be fine. I have an extra point of vitality and survival than when I started.
Also,
I'll be fine.
what egg moves can Puccina learn? Somebody brought up egg moves. I'm like, yeah, well, actually, what are egg moves for Puccina?
Most of the question mark moves are considered to be either move tutor or egg moves, actually.
Also, I just found an
so-
adorable graphic. I'm going to share it. Oh, it didn't share right. Oops. Well, how about now? Nope, that's still not right. I'm perplexed. This is an animated GIF, but it's showing up as a PNG. What the hell? Alright.
No, it's animated when you click on it.
Really? That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyways. I was distracted. Oh, I didn't realize that... I never... You know, I don't think I've ever looked at Shiny Puccina. It's apparently, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Dust Lycanroc, actually. A little bit.
Hang on, I'm trying to find... Where is the Poke...
But egg moves are moves by breeding, right? Is that right?
yeah.
Yeah. Astonish, Covet, Fire Fang, Ice Fang, Leer, Me First, Play Rough, Poison Fang, Sleep Talk, Snatch, Sucker Punch, Thunder Fang, and Yawn. Okay. They actually do learn a fairy to move naturally. I didn't realize that.
Part of me is considering another vitality, but health hasn't really been an issue.
Not particularly. Later on, though, it may. Vitality also dictates your defense and special defense, which I think is mildly weird. Because I feel like special should dictate your special defense. But I
By
guess
that
it's
logic, strength should also detect your defense.
I suppose. Originally, special was just one stat,
Yes.
which made it stupidly powerful. So I see why they put it under vitality.
I think I'm gonna get my first mark in channel, which is 6x.
I wonder, actually, chat, here's a question for you guys. If Tucker was to increase one of his, what is this category of attributes called with Brawl and Perform and all that? I can't remember.
Specialties.
If he was to increase one of his contest specialties, which ones would you guys pick? Allure, Etiquette, or Perform? And we're ignoring Intimidate, though. If you were to pick-
Etiquette, probably.
Tucker too cute to intimidate.
Tucker,
Anywho,
Allure, okay.
what does that do to I'm tempted to get in some intimidation because that could be fun, but anywho, I got a new specialty and channel. What's that do to my level?
You get 1 level because it's your first point.
Alright then, chat. Next time I hit 6 experience, probably next session, if we're lucky, I'll get a point into Allure then. Look at the voting, though. Everybody wants him to have Allure.
Oh god.
I mean, that works with
They
the
want
cute. They want cute Allure.
Oh goodness, they want him to be Rise's protege.
He'd probably be okay with that.
I can see intimidate being fun for the Munchlax. Just like,
Oh yeah.
it like bullies people. Just
I was
Tell me
actually.
what I want to know, or I'll use metronome.
I would picture you either
Don't
grabbing.
you.
I would actually picture you grabbing Intimidate or Etiquette. Because I feel like Etiquette is something. Because you're trying to be. Because Ralph could be particularly manipulative with words. I feel like Etiquette could help him do that, but.
This is true.
Yeah,
It would
fighting his
also
way around
probably make him
conversations.
be more of a gentleman.
yeah.
And then there's Riley, who's still currently scared of his own mind.
Yes. I have other problems.
Yes, you do. But you're also one of the only people who has a 3rd instinct point.
I also am the only one with the point in primal. So I think it balances out.
Very true. Rise X everybody who has a pulse. Yeah, pretty much. Sounds like it. That's pretty much the town.
I mean, that's a little mean. Rise does have standards.
Allow me to
Yeah,
send
but
everyone the
apparently-
picture I sent to Karserus to make him feel bad. Here you go.
And I'll put it simply, Rise X everybody has a pulse. Yes, those pulses will be quickened quite a bit with Rise around too. Oh, picture? Let's see. Where are you sending?
Dark Pulse, you mean. Also, Dag, Nabble, don't. You stop. Stop that, Eragon.
Never.
no.
Another sad picture? Why do you keep sharing sad pictures?
Because Riley is sad inside.
Okay, I'll show this to the stream too. Yeah, Eragon here has nothing but sad Riolu pictures. Here, I'll show you.
I have such a collection of sad Riolu
has
pictures, you
nothing-
have no idea.
He has nothing but sad Riolu pictures, and honestly, I'm just feeling depressed over it now.
Here, hold on, I got another good one. Give me a sec, I got another sad Riolu
gosh.
picture. Where is it?
I need to get some happy.
Actually,
Riolu
this
pictures
one is
to counteract
incredibly
this.
fitting, actually. Here we go. This is Riley in a nutshell right now.
These are so specific. Where did you find these?
Yes. And here's another good one. Here you go.
Please. Oh my god. At first I thought that was a fucking noose. Never mind.
Not a noose.
It looks like it came from the anime or something. Weird.
That's a really good drawing in it.
Rise. I have standards. I actually.
Here's
thank
another
you.
one.
Just not recently. Thank you for actually reminding me of that.
No. No.
Here you go, another one.
Please tell me you have happy Riolos here. Oh god.
Are you,
No.
I have
So many.
a
Alright, is the table saved?
I have a grump. How about this?
Hold on a
Does this work?
What? Grump? I mean, yeah, you have. Yes, you have also annoyed Riol. We need happy Riolos. I like that one though. I like
It's a
that one.
helicopter Riolu.
I have disgusted Riolu.
Of course you do. Well, what is that face?
Disgusted.
Wow.
Yeah, I have this one. This is kind of happy.
Yeah, that's happy. That's like
I've
Diva
called it
Riolu.
smug.
Diva
Smug
Riolu.
Riolu.
That's Diva Riolu.
I have feisty Riolu.
That looks kind of determined more than feisty.
I have sad Lucario.
That's not much better. Okay, this is.
We need angry Lucario.
I don't think I can do. I don't think I can do gifts on this. Let's see. Nope. Does not like that. Oh, I broke everything. It disappeared. Oh well. Okay. Let me just undo. I'll get it back. That might break the music. That's alright. Oh wow! I froze Pokerole. All right, then cool. Oh, it's fine. It's back. Oh my god, I hated that. Okay, undo is not a good thing with a busy table, apparently. Alright, we're good, though. I've returned it. Alright, so let me go ahead and... Oh my god, what did I do?
Oh, here's a good one that's cute.
Oh,
Counteract
no.
the huge number of sad pictures I possess.
Hold on a second. Let me undo one more time.
I love Zorks. They're great.
Yes, please. No, don't open... No, not Google. Oh, god damn it. I may have broken the tablets.
No.
Wait, hold on. I did actually save, so let me check something. Does this fix it? And also, this was after I added experience, right? Yeah, it was, so it must have been recent. Okay. This should be fine.
Okay, so you've saved it?
I guess so.
Yeah, but it undid my thing. Let me put my point spins.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I wasn't I thought I was the one that did the last thing, so.
Hey, Carl, do you feel bad about what you've done to me now?
No.
Oh, damn it. I need more sad Viola pictures.
No, you don't. I
Don't
don't
worry,
feel
I'm-
bad because you can entirely turn the situation around. It's just going to take you time.
Okay, Riley may be many things, that being depressed,
Okay.
but he's not patient. He's just depressed.
Are you good there over there?
Yes, we are good.
Let me save. And I will keep that. But yeah, it looks like under chat's discretion, I was thinking about what this stat next. I will go ahead and stat into lure then. I'll have to study up on what lure actually does. But yeah.
Essentially, seduction? Question mark?
Tucker
I'd
can
need to
pull
look
off-
at the core rulebook.
Okay, Tucker can pull off a variety of that. I mean, when a dog does puppy dog eyes, that's a form of seduction, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so then yeah, Tucker could totally do seduction. Just not the
Oh,
usual
no.
mean.
Tucker can be an actual trap.
Oh no, he probably could actually. Puppies are pretty.
Just sitting in the
Androgynous?
middle of a road, waiting
Oh, that's
for
not what you
like
meant by
a
trap.
mission objective to come by, giving the saddest puppy dog eyes. And they're like,
no.
what the heck is this?
I took
And then ambush.
Alright, Karsus, you wanted more sad Riola pictures. I'm gonna spam your telegram with sad
Whatever.
Riola pictures. Here we go.
All right.
Okay, I'm
Car-
gonna flip the table now.
Oh,
Let me save one more time because I don't know if I blanked if I actually saved. So hold on.
Okay.
All right. Fire
poor
Will.
puppy. What can we do for you? Yeah, well, you can not look behind you for about 30 more seconds. Oh, anything you say, puppy.
Yeah, alert being diplomacy makes sense. Also, yes, baby doll eyes is one of the things I talked about Charm eventually getting.
I feel like the background ticks might lead up to baby doll eyes if I'm lucky, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, stop with the sad Riolu pictures.
I've stopped looking. I need to escape the sadness.
Do you underestimate my collection of sad Riola pictures?
All right, stream. I'm gonna close down here. You guys have a great night. Thanks for coming. I will see you guys after I finish my move. We will do Pokerole and then hop back into my usual schedule. So have a good time. I might do a bonus stream before I leave. We'll see. But outside that, a little bit of hiatus, and I hope everybody does well. And thank you very much for the well wishes for the move. It should go really nice it'll be a little bit stressful for me, but it should be really good. So, Good night, everybody. I'll be in the Discord too until I can't because I'm moving. So
Have a good night.
Night.